This is live footage of failed Jasmine Crockett. I heard she's at McDonald's serving up some McDemocratic shields with cheese. And if you see her right now, she on the run. Why is she on the run? Because she done effed around and found out that if you see a broken tool, you leave a ass where you found them. So while she's serving up some McFlurries, foundational Black Americans gonna be over here balling. And that's the way we do all the damn time, because this is FBA Friday. And as you know, like I know, we in the house. Let's go to work to the family. What's going on? Black Alpha Network, y'all. We here. Democratic shields out of business. So what do we tell these Democratic shields? We tell these Democratic shields one damn thing, is that when you come against foundational Black American, you will get broken. And these tools is getting broken left and right, fam. And when I say they get broken left and right, I mean that. And when I tell everybody that we standing on business, I mean that. And when I tell everybody that whatever we say happens will happen, and when you know you deal with that anti-Black karma and it comes knocking on your door, you ain't got no choice but to let them in. But since this FBA Friday, fam, we about to go to work. Tap on in. Free Hugh.
Black Alpha Network. Home of Black excellence. Power to the people.
We in the building. We in the building. We are in the building. Let the whole world know that foundational Black Americans are in the house. Let the whole world know that foundational Black Americans. Now y'all can hear me nice and good. Now y'all can hear me nice and clear. Now we about to go all the way to work for the whole damn family, for the whole damn team. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Look at your screen. Jasmine Crockett, it's a wrap. It's done for. It's over with. Career down the drain. Ain't nothing else. When I say there ain't nothing else, family, I mean that. When I tell everybody we're going to work, I mean that. Because if you come against FBA, like I just said, you're going to deal with some ABK. And I tell everybody we've been throwing them out the car. That's exactly what we're doing, family. We throwing them out the car. If you feel me, you know what time it is. Nice and clear. Appreciate that. Certified salute. Let's go. You've been seeing it. I've been seeing it. Everybody's been seeing it. Right now, Jasmine Crockett is about to lose her seat. Basically, she's getting fired on her day off. And there are going to be a lot of people that's going to come out and tell you that it's not a big deal. It's not a case. It's not a situation. Yes, the hell it is. Okay. She about to go bye-bye, because what she's been doing is trying to play both sides of the fence and finding out, fam, there ain't two sides of the fence. There's only one side. That's the FBA side. Okay. And it's a wrap. I want everybody to notice that we talk about that G-check list that I just showed you. Remember this, family. The names that you see are going to be there, and we're going to add a hell of a lot more in the process. So you can add every single other person to that list, and it all's going to add up. And it's everybody who's been disrespecting us. Let me tell you what's going on right now. Jasmine thought she was going to run around here and talk about immigrants all damn day long. She thought she was going to be ratchet all damn day long. She thought that she was going to speak on behalf of us and foundational Black Americans. Put an end to that. Are you surprised right now, family, that they're redistricting her district and she about to be out of there? Right now, they just called a session. They called another session. And both of those sessions are going to end up, and I'm promising you right now, it's going to end up with two things. Either the Democrats are going to fold and throw her under the bus, because they already been doing that, or you're going to end up seeing the Democrats take a massive hit because they're holding up hurricane relief money. So either way, the Democratic establishment's folding. And with everything going on in the United States of America, they can just follow our lead because we've been the main ones telling them. But she's going to be the main one, because like I told you, whenever you see a broken shield, you leave it where the hell you found it. That's exactly. So there will be no capes. There will be no saving. We not flying in, even though I got on the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to Michael Vick. I see you, family. And we going to piss off the supremacists the same way Michael Vick did. And we're going to piss off the Democrats, family, because they ain't nothing but some supremacists on the left side and the right side to get it too, because there's only one side, and that's our side. Shut her down. This woman has been talking reckless. I'm talking crazy, fam. And she's always trying to make it look like she talks for us. Let me say this. The Democrats are not black leaders. They're not black spokespeople. Everyone's seeing what's going on right now in Washington, D.C. with the National Guard. Can y'all agree with me? Are the Democrats seeming to be pretty damn cool with that? Do the Democrats seem like they're absolutely all right with what's going on with the National Guard? Yes, the hell they do. Is the whole situation going on out there in Washington, D.C., is this a cahoots by the Democrats and the Republicans? Is this what I call crisis capitalism? Is this what you call crisis supremacy? See, the Republicans publicly create a mess, and then the Democrats try to come in and fake clean it up so they can say, we all on the same side, my brother. We all together. They want Donald Trump to target black Americans. They want black Americans to get deported, and that can't happen. So right now, they're loving what's going on out there. So when I tell everybody that they can get the goddamn smoke, they can get the goddamn smoke. And one shield bites the dust, one other one bites the dust, and foundational black Americans are here when it all go down. So yes, Jasmine Crockett, nobody know who the hell she was until she started coming out trying to pull sister girl. See, she's one of these fake sister girl people. But if you look at everything behind her, all of her receipts, family, she ain't nothing but a damn Democratic shield who's all about immigrants, who wants to bring every Julio into the country, and she thinks she's going to use it on our name. That ain't going to happen. And she's made a whole lot of mistakes. And them mistakes is getting verified. Fam, whoever we don't like will end their career. Whoever we ain't rocking with is over with. You mean to tell me, family, we done got rid of Barack Obama. We done got rid of Joe Biden. We got rid of Kamala Harris. And damn, Jasmine Crockett is done starting now. And it's all because of us. Fam, the smoke is coming. And let me tell everybody how it's really out there. The streets is talking. And man, the damn W Mayos is talking too. Let me show y'all what Mayo Megan had to say. For all the people out there who think this is going to be sly, let me tell you, ain't nobody coming to save her, and FBA damn sure not. Y'all enjoy this, because when we say we giving out smoke, apparently the Mayos are too. Watch this.
We don't hate you. We don't care enough about you to hate you. We just see that you're a fool. You make a fool out of yourself virtually every day. That's why we talk about you. We're laughing at you. We're making a mockery of you. You're making a mockery of yourself. It's not hatred. You really should learn to distinguish between those two different emotions, because you're receiving one in droves, and it's not hatred. You can act, like you're Beyonce all you want. You're not. But you're going to have your hands full with people laughing at you because you behave so foolishly. And the fact that you're a diva bitch behind the scenes, so much worse. You're not even beloved by your staff. Like, you alienate everyone. The people who know you best don't like you. The people who...
Damn! Whoa. Did she call her a bitch? She getting Mayo and Miracle Whip through all over the damn place at her. It ain't no good, is it there, Jasmine? It ain't too sweet when you've been tap dancing for the Democrats, and now the Democrats and the Republicans are teaming up. Notice, y'all, you don't see no Democrats coming to her defense. This is what happens with the tools. I know you thought that you was in with the dominant society. I knew you thought you was good. But when Megyn Kelly come out here and calling you the B word, I don't see Barack Obama saying nothing. Kamala Harris is somewhere drunk off that collard green juice from the bathtub. So what you gonna do now?
You're not. But you're going to have your hands full with people laughing at you because you behave so foolishly. And the fact that you're a diva bitch behind the scenes, so much worse. You're not even beloved by your staff. Like, you alienate everyone. The people who know you best don't like you. The people who are just glancing at what you're putting out there publicly don't like you. So who likes you? It has nothing to do with your skin color either. There was a Republican star named Mia Love, who happened to be a black woman, who rose in the halls of power in Congress. Unfortunately, we lost her last year to cancer. But Mia Love didn't attract this kind of negative attention. So if it were just your skin color, that would have happened to her too. But it didn't. Why did it happen to you? Because you're an idiot. Damn. I'm sorry, but that's why. Because you act like an utter fool. You want to...
Damn! Ain't no Mayo love for no tool. Ain't gonna be no Rebecca, no Megan, no Beth. They don't like you, Jasmine. Family, Jasmine Crockett is officially racially homeless. Nowhere to go. Ain't got no shelter. And it's about to be hurricane season. Damn.
Because you're an idiot. I'm sorry, but that's why. Because you act like an utter fool. You want attention for all the wrong reasons. That's why, according to your staff, per the New York Post, You sit on your ass in your hotel room and you expect things to be done for you and brought to you, and you want a slave crew instead of hardworking people around you supporting you. That's never going to work. It's not going to work for you or anybody else in Congress. You've been outed. You can laugh about it, but this won't be the first. You haven't been in Congress very long, and if your staff's already turning on you, this will be the first, not the last. Good luck with that. It seems to me you've already peaked with your $35,000 a year high school education and your $75,000 a year college education, and now you want to act like an oppressed victim because of your skin color. People say negative things about you. Good luck with that path, Jasmine. We don't hate you. We don't.
I be damned. It ain't no fun when you're shilling, family. Look at that. Watch how that go on, family. So as a redistrict Texas, and her seats are about to be gone. She's about to be over with. I don't care. Nobody says, family. They called a session today. The Democrats fled. Okay. The Democrats fled so they can defeat the quorum. Okay. A quorum is you got to have so many people basically there to vote. And the Democrats ran. They said, we're not going to do this. So there's going to be no redistricting. Now, one by one, the Democrats are coming back and they're starting to fold, meaning they're throwing Jasmine under the bus, meaning her time is ticking and it's over with. Family, the writing's on the wall. The paint is drying. She's fired and she's about to be racially homeless because the tools all want to be white. Okay, can we say this, fam? Every black politician wants to be a white person. All right, all of them do. I don't give a damn. Unless you got somebody who's been verified, qualified from the certified black grassroots, oh, they want to be white. They want to be white. Yes, the hell they do. So she deep down inside, she always wanted to be Megyn Kelly. She wanted to be Megyn Kelly, but she understood in order to get those votes, she had to pretend like she's sister girl, saying all types of inflammatory stuff, just disrespect. Let me say this, fam. How many times have we had to denounce her? How many times have we said, oh, that ain't us. That ain't nothing to do. All that ratchet talking, Jasmine Ratchet, that ain't FBA. We are political businessmen and women. See, that's been the divide, y'all. The Democrats try to sell us Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla. They try to sell us Jasmine Crockett. FBA, we was like, nah, we on our political game. We're being very social, very thorough. And y'all notice the same time we get very businesslike, very thorough. We start challenging people, questioning people, asking them where our tangibles are. Then they start sending us this ratchet politician. I think this is all a ploy. It's all been a scam since day one, y'all. There's no coincidence. You didn't see no damn ratchet politician when black folks were saying, vote blue no matter who, vote blue no matter who. When they was pulling the lever like zombies, you didn't see none of that. Soon as we start saying, you know what you gonna give me for my vote? Soon as we start saying, you know what, run that goddamn check. That's what you're gonna do. Then they said, well, let's give them some hibbity bebop. Let's give them some hood rat. We don't need no hood rat politician, especially somebody that we came to find out ain't from the hood at all. Somebody who's from the suburbs. Somebody that we've all been questioning her background. Y'all know this is well with her background, family. Don't nobody know about her background like that, her paperwork. All we see is this person who's already lying about being from the projects, okay? Already lying about where she's from. If you're lying about where you're from in terms of the suburbs and the hood, you're probably lying about where you're from when it comes all the way down to whether you're an American or not. That's what I'm believing, family. I don't believe that Jasmine Crockett is truly a foundational black American. I see some Tether in there. I really do. I see a bunch of Tether floating around. We done pulled out all the paperwork. All the receipts on her have been laid out. There ain't nothing that she's going to say. She's been running around here cosplaying FBA. See, this is the ultimate cosplaying culture now. All right. Since we've been on some real certified business and calling people out, we don't know these people's background. So they're going to be tethers until further notice. I see people say, well, she not no tether. She ain't no tether, family. She ain't came out and cleared it up. We got some alert signs. I'm thinking there's some damn Senegalese floating in there somewhere. All right. I'm thinking there's some Ghanaian somewhere in there. There's at least some Barbados in there. I see at least 35% of her forehead look like it's from West Africa. All right. She is a tether, all right, until further notice. But this is what they feed us, fam. They feed us this. So now when you're starting to deal with her career going down the drain, this has all been laid out. It's all been in the cards. She's been running around here speaking on our name. All those things that she's always saying about Donald Trump, I tell everybody, it reflects on us. It reflects on us. What I tell y'all, okay? I say white Republicans fight white Democrats over white Democrats, white version of black people, right? So when we go to Donald Trump, we go to the Republicans, we say, hey, let's talk business. They send her out to come and undo what we just did. All right. So when we say, hey, let's go ahead and make a deal, then she comes out and says, what's up, y'all? Shit, I don't give a damn. And then she throws dirt on what we just said. When we come out, we say things like, hey, man, we need to get these illegals out of here. She comes out and says, this is the country that is all about illegals. Family, she is a plant. She's always been a plant. Now that plant done been pulled out the ground and about to go home. Like I was telling everybody and like I was showing everybody, and now that my sound is all the way good and you can hear me, I hope y'all can hear her. Look at her right there, family. She's saying, help FBA. Help FBA. Now they want FBA help. Now they want to talk blackity black. Y'all know the pattern. The pattern is to come around FBA, disrespect us, put immigrants above us, put hunchbacks above us, everybody. And then when you starting to get redistrict, then when you start seeing that map come out, then you want to turn around and say, wait, FBA, can you come and help me? Nope. And for those people who are not familiar with her, this right here is her lowlights because she ain't got no highlights. This is how she been going around here speaking on your behalf. Watch this.
There's been no oppression for the white man in this country. You tell me which white men were dragged out of their homes. You tell me which one of them got dragged all the way across an ocean and told that you are going to go and work. We are going to steal your wives. We are going to rape your wives. That didn't happen. That is oppression. We didn't ask to be here. We're not the same migrants that y'all constantly come up against. We didn't run away from home. We were stolen. So yeah, we are going to.
No, we always been here. This is what I'm talking about. This is why she's getting fired on her day off. This is why FBA is not trying to save her career. Her career is over with. You running around here trying to speak on our behalf. Why are you talking like that when we need to be talking business? We need to be talking business, and you sitting there talking about something. We were stolen from Africa because we all African. We just a bunch of Africans in America. You see, I told y'all this is a plant. This sounds like a damn Tether on TikTok. This is why we don't need these type of people. Ain't saying nothing about reparations. Ain't saying nothing about tangibles. Ain't passed a law for Black Americans. But you want to run around here talking about we were stolen from Africa. All that stolen from Africa really means we're not really American.
To sit here and be offended when you want to sit here and act like and don't let it escape you that it is white men on this side of the aisle telling us people of color on this side of the aisle that y'all are the ones being oppressed.
That black turned into people of color real quick, didn't it? Real fast. Nope, they used black for the setup, and then here come the people of color.
That y'all are the ones that are being harmed.
So no, we are not in the business of giving out money. And honestly, I don't know what $5,000 will do for you.
What we're not going to do is stand around when they pull this bull. We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your...
I am truly here for very selfish reasons. Starting with on March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Trump. You gonna learn a few lessons from us. And I'm gonna be the first one. You and your little friend off of Twitter. Y'all about to find out, all right?
No, not for black folks. Don't be talking that rhetoric. Fam, you go ahead and you follow Miss Ratchet. And by the way, I heard she's at McDonald's, so if you want to find her, go ahead there. She's working up some of them Democratic shield McFlurries. If you want to go follow that, that's that inflammatory rhetoric. FBA, we denounced that. We denounced. Don't be out here talking about something. You're going to take the president down. You don't speak for me. You don't speak for my brothers and sisters. You see what I'm saying, family? The Democrats will have you set up. Don't you go following Antifa. Don't you go following the Democratic shields. They talking reckless. Hell no. FBA, we came out and said, that's her. This right here is why Megyn Kelly was going in on her. And this right here is why she is racially homeless. But also, this right here is how she really talks. I want everybody to see why we say she's a plant and how she comes from a very, very good place. This is Clarence right here who lives at home with both parents. Watch this.
And I had to meet 5 people to get here. I don't know about this. So
Y'all don't know what white privilege looks like, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of something.
it's a huge responsibility. You know, the congressional seat is over 4 times as large as my House seat.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down. Calm
No,
down.
because this is what y'all do.
And I was just starting to get into the rhythm of doing constituent services.
They send them to Texas. They send them to Florida. Every deplorable state that we can think about, they usually coming out of y'all's think tank.
There was someone that talked to me and said, in fact, a former ambassador, and the Clinton administration.
Please calm
Don't
down.
tell me to calm down,
Calm down.
because y'all
Please
talk
calm
noise
down.
and then
You're
can't
out of
take it.
control.
He said, Jasmine, what you have to realize.
That's the real Jasmine Crockett right there. All of that sister girl talk, all that is them cosplaying. All right, that's that tap dancing. That's that y'all black folks come over here and relate to this. I told y'all she wanted to be Megyn Kelly. She wants to be Megyn Kelly. I told you all politicians who are black or brown, they want to be white people. This is the real her. This is how she truly is. All that other stuff, that's just games, fam. This is how she is when them lights go off and she's at home and she takes that wig off.
Is that if you are really going to make change, it's not going to be in the Texas House. He said, you did a great job playing defense, but you have a chance to play offense.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now.
Now it's a country of immigrants. Just a minute ago, when she was playing Sister Girl, didn't she sit there and say that we not like the immigrants? We came here from Africa. Now she talking about we all a country of immigrants again. You see, fam, they use your lineage for the setup, and then here come Mr. Estrada and Mr. Julio. There you go.
Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. We done picking cotton.
Boy, that goddamn wig is struggling. Boy, that wig is in struggle mode, family. How you got a wig and it look like it's on top of another wig? God damn, the bangs is on the left side of her ear. Get the hell out of here.
We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
People know the reason you can't afford a home is because of these failed immigration policies. The reason you're not going to be able to afford your food is because of these failed immigration policies. And the same can go for the hospitality industries, where we have so many of those in the hospitality industry that are saying they do not have the workers that they need right now.
Or this administration, we have a thing called free speech in this country. And
She just said, family, the economy is bad because we are deporting illegals. You see that? There you go.
If some other country decided that they were going to just start throwing people randomly in our country, like that is absolutely insane. So yes, all I got to say is y'all need to get these fools out of here.
Continue to do is go after the most vulnerable in our country. The fact that you just sat up there and somehow figured out how to tie trans folk to your argument makes no sense to me. But let me tell you something. Trans people ain't going nowhere. Just like when the racists wanted to make sure that black people somehow were going to be dismissed in this country, we ain't left either. There's been no oppression.
Damn. She done tied black Americans in with trans folks. That's exactly why there ain't no cape. You can run. Let me tell you something. When you getting rolled down, okay, by Governor Abbott, nobody's coming to help you nor save you, okay? It's a wrap for you. It's game over. It's lights out. That's it. You deserve it. All right. It's time, family. It's time. These shields done made their damn bed, so now they got to lay in it. That's what we doing right now. They have all made their bed, so they have to lay in it. Nobody's coming to save the Democratic shields. I don't want to hear nobody. I seen a couple people saying, oh, I thought she was good. I thought she was talking that talk. You ain't talking that talk. You're talking babble. And babble don't stand over here on this side. She got to go, okay? She got to go. And now she's getting revenge from the dominant side. Remember this, family, and y'all know we always talk about this. The Democrats and the Republicans are supremacist brothers and sisters, all right? They're all supremacist brothers and sisters. How many Democrats have came out to stick up for Barack Obama? Y'all remember when Barack was president and the Democrats were saying the Republicans were saying all types of things about him and his wife and his kids? You didn't see none of his Democratic buddies come stick up for him. They didn't come out and say nothing. No, that's what's happening with her. Ain't nobody coming out to save her. Nobody is. This redistricting is going to cost her her job. And to be honest with you, the supremacists are out here talking this supremacist code. Let me show you guys some supremacist code that's being told right now. All of these different W pundits, they're coming out and they're saying, hey, Democrats, y'all need to let her go. She doesn't look good for your party. What they're really saying is that she doesn't look good next to white people. And we need to clean up the white image. So that is your Democratic person getting a phone call from the Republican person, and the Republican saying, in the name of supremacy, y'all got to get rid of her. all that caping, and you ain't drew a dime. Watch this right here, family. Watch the supremacist code all in here. Bye-bye, Jasmine Crockett, as the news settles that she has been kicked out.
Well, it looks like the state of Texas is red as hell. But there's one person that might be crying behind closed doors. You want to know who it is? That will be Miss Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, hey, hi guys. I just wanted to say congratulations to Texas. I just saw that y'all got your maps approved. So that means that 5 Democrats lost their seats, including Miss Jasmine Crockett. Bye-bye. Bye, Jasmine. Y'all should be celebrating. This is a momentous moment and significant achievement.
Where all that white women rights go, y'all? Family, y'all see how supremacist Karen gets on code with supremacist Rebecca? Notice the W woman liberal and the W woman conservative, they get on the same team when it goes against a black person. All of them folks, they really think that they white. Jasmine Crockett been running around here trying to play fake sister girl, talking about white women rights and abortion and all that. Them W women getting on code. Them W women saying, you ain't like us. Remember all that bad built, bleach, blonde talk? Y'all think Karen forgot that? Y'all think Beth, who's 350 pounds from Massachusetts, you think she forgot that? This is their revenge. They're all getting revenge. Every Karen on the planet who's seen her run around here and talk all that bad built, bleach, blonde. You talking about her. Hell, this woman got blonde hair. So did Megyn Kelly. Matter of fact, the next woman I'm about to show you, she got blonde hair. You done pissed off all the blondes. And all the blondes is getting your ass fired up. And FBA's watching.
It's not as she seems.
Another
She tells
blonde.
us she's the girl from the hood, but she grew up with a kind of affluent middle class, upper middle class background, going to fancy schools and all that. Jasmine Crockett is seeing her way right out of DC. And you know what? This is actually healthy for the Democrat Party. I'll tell you that. Because they don't need the Jasmine Crocketts of the world. They don't really like her, by the way. They use her because she's good for fundraising, apparently. But they don't really like her because they know that.
Listen to what she said, y'all. They don't really like her. Family, are the supremacists airing all their dirty laundry the only people on the planet Earth who can decode supremacist talking points are Black Americans, because Black Americans are the only people who fight against supremacy. A Tether hear this and be like, what do you mean now? I don't get it. What? Black Americans is bad? We can hear what she's saying. She just said, they don't really like you anyway. Translation, white folks don't like you, Jasmine. They're just using you. And she's not talking about white Republicans. She's talking about white Democrats. You know, the party in which Jasmine belongs to. Now watch her throw her further under the bus with her wig included, and watch her say, y'all need to get rid of her because it doesn't look good for your party. Really? She's saying it doesn't look good for whiteness.
They don't really like her, by the way. They use her because she's good for fundraising, apparently. But they don't really like her because they know that this kind of image and this kind of language really isn't appropriate for the Democrat Party. Again, I just say she's not great for the party. In some ways, Abbott is doing the Democrat Party a total favor.
Fam, when she keeps saying that she's not good for the party, does she really mean for the party or does she mean for white people? Come on, brothers and sisters. Can we talk that talk? Can we keep it all the way real? She keeps saying she's not good for the party. Y'all know what she's saying. You know what she's saying. She ain't doing nothing but sending out a supremacist dog whistle, and she's telling all of the white conservatives and liberals, we will not tolerate being around this woman.
They use her because she's good for fundraising, apparently. But they don't really like her because they know that this kind of image and this kind of language really isn't appropriate for the Democrat Party. Again, I just say she's not great for the party. In some ways, Abbott is doing the Democrat Party a total favor because do you really want this? This woman who's known for her bleach bit nonsense.
Don't want calm down. No, you please calm down.
See, fam, I told you it was about revenge. Look at that. All that bleach blonde stuff, fam, that was what? 2-3 years ago? Notice that she's still bringing it up. You think Karen forgot? Watch how she says, yep, this is revenge.
Bleach bit nonsense.
Don't want calm down. No, you please
don't
calm down.
tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk noise and then
You're out of control.
Because if
Chairman,
I
can
come
we
and
send
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a problem.
Mr. Chairman.
It's not as she seems.
Damn.
Well.
Damn. It's open season right now. It's open season. We warned them Democratic shills. Shills, we told you, there ain't no future in shilling. There ain't no retirement plan neither. But they was like, no, we'd rather run around the dominant society. Hopefully we can get some butter biscuits. We can tap dance. And now you done tapped your ass to McDonald's right next to Jasmine. It's over for her, all right? There will be no coming back. And if you're examining all across the internet, family, you don't see no white folks sticking up for her, including members of her own party. Nobody in her party's rocking with her, y'all. They saying, gone, be gone, peace out. We don't want you. Why are they saying that, y'all? They're saying that because they understand that she's been running around here talking real reckless. I mean, super reckless. And the fact that she's been talking super reckless, the shills don't want that to come down on them. See, there's two types of Democratic shills. There's a Democratic shill who's just quiet, doesn't say nothing, and he keeps his head low. And then there's the other Democratic shill who want to get bold. All right, they want to get real loud. That was her job. See, the liberals know how to put a black human shield in front of everything, a crash out, a crash test dummy. They know how to do that. And if you notice, it was all of them. But think about it. You seen Sheila Jackson Lee back in the day. She was a crash out, right? You seen, what's that lady name? Sheila, what the hell is that? The bald-headed one, something Presley. You seen her. They done got her out the way. That Al Green dude done got him out the way, okay? Every single time they put up one of these people, them people end up getting the backlash. So now that backlash is coming in full. And family, y'all think I'm playing. That was just a couple people on the internet talking about her. They done took it a step further, family. They done took it down the block. Breaking news. Do y'all know that a white woman ran up on Jasmine Crockett last night at a Dallas town hall meeting? She was having a meeting, a little town hall gathering, basically trying to persuade the Democrats to help save her. And out of nowhere, some white woman, and it was not Megyn Kelly, all right? This was Megyn Kelly's friend. This was Kelly Megyn. And Kelly Megyn showed up, and she started cussing out Jasmine Crockett. But Jasmine didn't have that same we don't give a damn energy. Jasmine didn't have that I don't care sister girl talk. All that sister girl turned into Taylor Swift when she was around a white woman. Yep. So when I tell you guys that she is fired, she is done, she done got the boot, she's removed. They threw her under the bus, that the liberal and the conservative are teaming up against her. I mean it. How do you know? It's because last night she got pulled up on and didn't nobody come out and save her. Y'all enjoy this. Watch it, y'all. We are in here. Smash the like button. We building, we working, we shining, we grinding. And she's grinding up some McFlurries, fam, because her new job is McDonald's. Watch this, family. Last night, all them Karens, they approaching her and they want to know about that bleach blonde talk. You're racially homeless, Jasmine.
Get off me! Get off me! Get the
I used to stay at my granny's house. She was one of my favorite people in the entire world.
Jasmine! The people of Dallas deserve better than a fake ghetto hood rat. Do they know you're a rich kid from Missouri? Do they know you're a spoiled rich kid from Missouri?
No, ma'am.
Do they know? Don't touch me.
No, ma'am.
Don't touch me.
Get your ass out
Don't
of here. Get
touch
your ass
me.
out of here.
Get her off me. Get off me.
Get out.
Get off me.
I'm on you.
Get her off me first. Get her off me first. Yes, she is.
I'm standing still.
Do your people know you're a spoiled rich kid from Missouri? Get it! Get it! Get it! Fuck you! Fuck you! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Get the fuck.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Are you proud?
Just in case I gotta cuff you up. Let's just go.
For what?
Let's go. I'm telling you. I told you, family. Boy, it's Mayo Madness, ain't it? It's Mayo Madness. We gotta watch that again.
Get off me! Get off me! Get the fuck.
I used to stay at my granny's house. She was one of my favorite people in the entire world.
Jasmine! The people of Dallas deserve better than a fake ghetto hood rat.
There goes another W woman. Family, this is the white woman's revenge tour on Jasmine Crockett. Fam, this is what happens when you play with the system of supremacy. They not going to be your friend in the end. Them tools are getting broken. We thought last year was broken tool season. D-Zam, they on her bumper.
Do they know you're a rich kid from Missouri?
No, Jasmine, no. I thought you was sister girl. I thought you was about that work. You told me that you was going to make Donald Trump F around and find out. Fam, look at her energy when the Karen approached her. It ain't that same tough girl talk. No. I want to see you get busy in them strizzies. I want to see you put in work like you said you was.
She was one of my favorite people in the entire world.
Jasmine, the people of Dallas deserve better than a fake ghetto hood rat.
Look at her. She looking away. She looking away. No, I thought you was coming after Elon. I thought you was going after Trump. I thought you was going to bring down MAGA. Look at her, y'all. Look how scared she is. Screenshot this. Somebody, please, screenshot this right now. That's Jasmine Crockett for the family. There she go, right there. She ain't about what she said she about. Megyn Kelly called you every name in the book, okay? Every name in the book. Kelly Megan done called you out. Rebecca Smith done called you out. Julia Roberts, Britney Spears done came out and got on your you know what. And you ain't saying nothing. Nah, I thought you was about it, rowdy, fool. Talk your talk. Oh, it's all just talk to try to get votes. He's still looking around her.
Rich kid from Missouri. No, ma'am. Don't touch me. No, ma'am. Don't touch me. Get your ass out of here. Get your ass out of here. Get her off me. Get off me. Get out. Get off me. I'm on. Get her off me first. Get her off me first. Yes, she is. I'm standing still. Do your people know you're a spoiled rich kid from Missouri? Get it. Get it. Get it. Fuck you. Fuck you. Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Get off me! Get the fuck.
All right, let's go.
Are you proud?
No, just in case I gotta cuff you up. Let's just go.
For what?
Let's go. I'm telling you.
When Karens go crazy, there you go. That's your worst enemy right there. An actual W woman that you've been wanting to be like your whole damn life. Yeah. The wig couldn't save you, could it? Yeah, the wig couldn't help you, could it? So y'all see these people are frauds, y'all. You see these people ain't really certified. They not really black like they say. They only act black so they can get the black vote. And now that they can't get the black vote no more, that is what you end up getting. Family, I never thought when she was talking all that talk, when she was running that mouth, I never thought I'd see her get ran up on by Karen and do nothing. She didn't even do just nothing. She looked away, looked up in the rafters. You seen white folks getting more involved. Why you ain't do nothing? Oh, because you ain't about nothing. That's what it is, family. These people do not represent us to the world. Democrats are frauds. And you can point all you want to at the Republicans. It ain't working no more. The game of just pointing at Republicans ain't really working. All right? That's what it is. We're not saving none of them. And she's the last one. And then let me add this to it, family. I want you to think about it. Do you hear the Democrats blame Republicans for racism more? Or do you see the Democrats do something against racism more? Which one do you hear? Compare how many times they talk bad about Donald Trump to how many times they write laws for black people. And then tell me which one reigns supreme. I'll let you go ahead and put those together. And that's why she's running. You see her, I see her, we all see her. And ain't going to be no turning back. You thought you was going to come after the president of the United States. You thought it was going to be smooth sailing. You thought people was going to say, oh, it's all good in the hood. You ain't from the hood. You from the suburbs. You ain't a black American. You were tethered till further notice. And all of that is getting called the hell out on the front steps. And the streets is talking. And now let me tell you what some black folks feel about you. We done seen that Karen running up on you. And we seen that you scared of that. Now let's see how you feel about this.
Fake as fuck. I told y'all to prepare your hearts. I told y'all all kind of stuff is coming out. Jasmine Crockett faking, talking like she from the hood. The girl's high school cost over $30,000 and her college over $70,000 that I ain't even never heard of, okay? On top of that, her district looked like shit. I would be so embarrassed if I was her. There is no way she is talking the way she talking, doing all the stuff that she doing. Since Jasmine Crockett has been getting a lot of bad press lately due to her own sister girl, I'm queen of the blacks behavior, she knows her time is up, but she's not giving up. Her own aides and staffers came out against her. They said that she's her own advisor, being that she doesn't like to take advice because she's doing the press stuff. They said that she does most of her work from home. And when they had a problem with her calling Marjorie Greene Taylor butch-bodied, because most of her staff and aides are LGBTQ or lesbian, they let her know that is not cool. She said, if you believe that, then you're stupid. One of her aides, who is a black woman, complained to Jasmine Crockett, and Jasmine Crockett fired her. She says she's not really for the black people because why would she fire me? Now, Jasmine Crockett's district, District 30 in Texas, they've had some media go out there and they said that
freeze, family, freeze. I want y'all to notice something. Notice how when she's sitting here running her mouth, black folks don't mess with her. Notice black folks ain't hearing her. This is how brothers and sisters really feel about Jasmine. I want everybody to see that the family don't rock with her. Brothers and sisters ain't on her side. Brothers and sisters don't feel what she got to say. Brothers and sisters know exactly what it is. That's how we feel. And no longer can the Democrats just give us people and say, oh, that's how y'all feel, right? That's black folks. That's y'all representation. No, the hell it ain't. That ain't our representation. Never have been, never will be. And they running her all the way out the paint. They running her clean, gone. And that's exactly how it should have been since day one. You can't feed us these fake politicians. Fake politicians only get you fake results. And that's exactly what's been going on. And she been running her mouth real reckless too, y'all. I'm talking about crazy. Her talking reckless about Donald Trump is what really started all this, okay? She's been talking all that talk. I'm going to bring Donald Trump down. Donald Trump's going to come down. We're going to get him out the way. Okay, let me say this. You was barking up the wrong tree. Remember, y'all, the time and where we're trying to say, let's do business with all politicians, because we're not either or. We're not Democrats or Republicans. We're independent. She running around here saying, no, she don't want that. Remember this, y'all. The job of a Democrat is to keep us estranged from every other party. They don't want you sitting down with nobody other than them. They feel they have ownership over you. So they send her out. So she was running out here, sending out a bunch of threats towards Donald Trump. And Donald Trump came out and said this. The reason why, by the way, that you're seeing this redistricting, this is all targeted by the Republicans. The Republicans are doing this on purpose just to get Jasmine Crockett. That's what it is. They're all focusing on Jasmine Crockett right now. Oh, all of them. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this ain't contrived by the by the Republicans. Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is. And good, because I don't give a damn. Because I'm not on neither one of them damn parties. So Donald Trump came out and he said this. And man, was it funny as hell. Donald Trump had a statement that he wanted to make so Jasmine can hear it. And Jasmine was listening. And now they said, okay, you're going to bring me down? Well, we're going to end your career before you think you can do anything. Watch this.
And I won the election in a landslide. And obviously that's only, we're only 6 months in, but my poll numbers are better now, much better than during the election. And part of that is because the Democrat Party is self-destructing. I mean, when you have low IQ people like Crockett, I wonder if she's in a relationship to the late, great Davy Crockett, who was a great gentleman. I wonder if she's got any relationship to Davy Crockett, the great old Davy Crockett. But you have this woman Crockett. She's a very low IQ person. Somebody said the other day she's one of the leaders of the party. I said, you got to be kidding. The Democrats are lost. They have Trump derangement syndrome so bad that they can't walk. They can't talk. They don't know where they're going. Schumer is finished. Schumer, look, I watched him the other day. He's lost all of his confidence.
40% of the country has, so you're never going to get above 60 in any poll. And it's because 40% have TDS, and we know that. This president, we used to do this every Tuesday. It was called Trump Tuesday. Maybe we can start, this can be the start of something again, but.
Low IQ. Damn. You ain't feeling her too much there, are you, partner? You ain't feeling her too much, is you? Hell no, you not. You see what we talking about right here, family? And he put out a bunch of tweets. And they out here at this point just trolling her, y'all. Look at that. He said she's low IQ, very, very, very low IQ. Damn. Tell me how you really feel about her. This is how they feel about her over there. So all of this right now, this was a direct assault on her career. I've never seen the president of the United States. Donald Trump is petty as hell. Donald Trump is extremely petty. So Donald Trump said, okay, I'm going to remember every single thing that this woman said, and I'm going to go ahead and holler at her. And she getting hollered at right now. And it ain't too good for her. So now you're starting to see everybody's coming out, and they're making it clear. She is being targeted, and we are not saving you because you are the ones running around saying things we didn't even agree with, okay? You know, calling people Hot Wheels, listen, man, whatever. I don't even get down. I'm not talking about nobody in no wheelchair, none of that. We focus or whatever. And then they try to put that off on us, though. You notice that, fam? They'll say things, and then they'll try to dump that off on FBA like that was something that we came up with. No, that's what you said. So now you got to hold your own NUTs. And look at this, fam. More brothers and sisters is coming out, and they laughing. And they saying, hey, you on your own, sister girl. Sister girl act is over with, and so is the career. And you just got to deal with it. Watch this.
Texas has passed the new U.S. House map. And the Democrats, they stormed out of the chambers. You know they upset. The new U.S. House map that eliminates 5 Democrat seats. I'm also hearing that it eliminates Jasmine Crockett's position. And it adds 5 GOP seats. It adds 5 Republican seats. Damn. Jasmine Crockett loses her position. Woo! But they stormed out of the chambers. They pissed. They pissed. They is pissed. But so now, you know, the Senate, you know, it passed the Senate. Now it has to pass the House. So, hey, it is what it is now. All that shit they was going through the past, you know, last week with the Democrats leaving the states. And, you know, all that drama. But here we go. Texas has.
Now, let's get all the way down to the business of it, family. So what ends up happening is all the Democrats, they ended up just leaving. Okay, this is what the Democrats ended up trying to do, family. You have what they call a quorum, okay? It's the minimum number of members of a group or organization that must be present at a meeting to make the proceedings and decisions legally valid. The purpose of a quorum is to prevent a small, unrepresented minority from making decisions on the behalf of the greater group, basically. So what the Democrats did, fam, they all went down to Texas, and then that didn't work, so they tried to flee real fast. They just left. The Democrats said, okay, well, since we're gone, we can't really vote on any of this. Since it already passed, now it goes to the House for the final say-so. So the Democrats really did something I think is illegal. They just left. They said, we just going to get the hell up out of here. We're going to go so we can just delay the inevitable. Remember what I just said, delay the inevitable. Well, they ran into some very, very bad news in the process, fam. Just today, they ended up having a session to vote on it. The Democrats left. But now a bunch of the Democrats are saying, well, we got to go back. And they're saying, I'd rather get on the side of the Republicans and pass this and get rid of Jasmine Crockett before, you know, I mess up my own career. So you got a lot of Democrats now that are saying they are going to go back to Texas and they're going to go ahead and let the vote and everything pass the House. So she's got to go. Everybody knows it. Everybody sees it. Everybody's witnessing it. Even Roland Martin. Roland Martin right now is spazzing out all over the internet. And family, Roland is out here calling out the Black Caucus because the Black Caucus is throwing Jasmine under the bus. All the Black Democrats are throwing her under the bus. The liberals are throwing her under the bus. Nobody is there to save her. All that babble, all that sister girl, all that foolish talk that you was doing done came back to get you now. So now Roland Martin done came out, and family, Roland is saying it's over himself. I want y'all first off to look at these defeated faces. This man got his eyes closed. You on camera. The camera's this way, partner. Okay. They come out and they admit that not only are the Democrats going to go back to Texas and throw Jasmine under the bus, they also admit that Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, are the reason why she is fired. You can't make this up, but you can enjoy. Watch this.
to go back. And let me be clear, if we go back to the House, we are going to be slaughtered, okay?
Damn.
There are 88 of them and 62 of us. They don't listen to us. They shove stuff down our throats all session. Very, 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 very bad bills, right? So when I fight to win. I don't fight to win the messaging. I don't fight to end the session. My fight is to stop the maps. And if we stay with a quorum, and back to the whole legal thing, let me be clear. If we stay till March or June, guess what? There would be no maps to change the game. There would be no maps. There would be no maps. So the same districts that we have right now would still be in place if we stop them from doing it.
Friday.
So I'm a lawyer. That's legal fiction. People can say stuff. I cannot let people be on me and tell me it's rated. I'm just not going to believe it.
Friday.
If we fought, if we stopped it, there would be no new maps for people to vote on. Period, point blank.
Friday, I had State Representative Sophronia Thompson on, longest serving House member ever. And we talked about Senator John Cornyn asking the FBI to come in and come after them. This is what she actually said about that.
It's a civil warrant. It's not a criminal warrant. And number three, Tom DeLay tried it in 2003 when we left and went to Ardmore, Oklahoma. He wanted to send the FBI and pick us up and bring us back to Texas, and they did not get involved, and that was a Republican administration during that time as well. These are civil warrants and not criminal warrants, and they don't have to look for me. I tell them where I am. I can send them a map and direction, driving direction, and everything. They can locate me real well.
Well, so here's my point here.
He about to get mad, y'all.
One of the things that Dr. King always talked about, that I need an antagonist to my protagonist. And the reason the movement did not succeed in Albany, Georgia, because the sheriff was smart. He was college educated. But then they went against Jim Clark. They went against Bull Connor because he understood I needed an antagonist. So this is what I don't understand. If I'm going to go back, let's say I'm a House Democrat, and I'm going to go back. I ain't going to make it easy on them. I'm going to say, come get me. And matter of fact, if you come to my house, we're going to have the cameras there, and I'm going to kneel in my front yard, and then you're going to have to physically put me in a car. But what I'm not going to do is willingly walk to the state capitol. I'm not going to make it easy on them. I'm not going to make it, no, I'm going to make it hard on them. And so are you saying that to the other Democrats, that we're going to make it easy? We're just going to walk back to Austin and think the people going to say, oh, glad to have y'all back. The last 2 weeks was great. No, you got to make it hard on them. What are Democrats in Texas doing to make it hard on them instead of making it easy walking back in?
Well, Roland, again, Fred, I feel your passion, and I agree with the sentiment.
I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. They're going to go right on back down there, and they're going to throw her under the bus so they can save their jobs. There's no loyalty with Democratic shields, everybody. There's no loyalty with Democratic shields, and we all seeing it. This is exactly what's going to happen. Roland talking all that. What I would do is I would go down there. No, what you would do is the same thing. Because when these people are behind closed doors, none of them like each other, everybody. These people cannot stand one another. They all want the position for themselves, and now they position themselves to have to deal with this redistricting and some jobs going to go in the process.
Of what Representative Jones said. And just for context, if you look back at the empirical data on this, I was one of the first to say we need to break form. So I do believe in the spirit of good trouble, necessary trouble. I was one of the ones with Jasmine Crockett back in 2021 that says we need to break form and go to D.C. And we did. So I feel you, Frat. The only problem I'm telling you is that everybody ain't built like
make it easier for the Democrats.
No, let me tell y'all. Let me tell you exactly what's going to go on. The same thing y'all know what's going to go on. I promise you. All of those black Democrats are going to go back there, and they are going to throw her under the bus so damn fast. And we ain't going to save nobody, fam. I want y'all to see the shield on shield crime that's happening right here. Okay, I want you to notice that these shields are kind of going back and forth against each other now. These shields ain't really liking the energy that they're putting out. And the reason why they don't like that energy, y'all, is because simply when you add it all up and you put it all together, they made their bed. Now they have to lay in it. Because remember, they didn't want to do nothing for black Americans. See, this is the point where typically black Americans come in and we save one of them. This is what they're used to. What you see now is a group of people who have no type of concept of what it's like to not have Black Americans come and save them. This has been almost a year after the election. Now, after the election, we all see that these people ain't rocking with each other. No, not at all. Look at this, fam. Watch Roland go even further. Roland spazzes out even more, and he really starts calling out the caucus.
Going to be her. But this is the thing that jumps out for me, Greg. And see, this is why I was going so hard with the Black Caucus. If the Black Caucus, as a caucus, said, we ain't going back, all of us are going to stand here. And if y'all going to do this, you're going to do it without us. That then would have caused them to say, are we going to buck the entire Black Caucus? But see, here's the problem, Greg. The problem is you got some weak Negroes in the Black Caucus. You got
Freeze, certified NC. I don't know where his neck's at either, family. I heard they had the binoculars, the telescope, the microscope, still can't find it. So you absolutely right. The neck is missing. You absolutely right, family. I see you. I had to respond to that comment because everybody's searching for the neck and the hairline at the same time. You see he tripping.
But see, here's the problem, Greg. The problem is you got some weak Negroes in the Black Caucus. You got some weak Negroes who refuse to come on this show to talk, and we called them. We need to go back. Because you know what happened? When they had the last walkout, and I know him personally, but he pumped out. Garnett Coleman. We need to go back. For what? To get slaughtered? He participated in the breaking of the quorum. Ron Wilson, his sorry ass. When Tom DeLay pulled that shit when he was in Congress, the first time, Ron Wilson brokered a deal because, see, he thought he was going to get the congressional seat of Al Green. And you know what happened? He ran. So he partnered with the Republicans, lined with them, and he went back. And you know what happened when he ran for that congressional seat? Got his ass whooped. And then you know what happened when he ran for a state rep seat? Got his ass whooped. So my point is, if you are the Texas Legislative Black Caucus, you all stand firm and say, if y'all gonna break the quorum, then y'all gonna do it without any of us.
They ain't got the backbone to do that. Now the Shields want unity. But when we talk about tangibles, it's we don't deserve it. When we talk about reparations, we don't deserve it. Don't ask for no unity today. Hell no. You see, family, he's admitting that they're turning on each other. He's admitting that they're all turncoat. Look at their faces, fam. These ain't the same faces you've seen during the election when they was telling us to get our act together. Roland is admitting right now to everybody that the Black Caucus, all the politicians down there in Texas, they about to throw her under the bus. It's about to be a wrap. That's the only thing. That's exactly what he said. He wouldn't be mad right now if that wasn't the case. If they said that they was going to stand firm, then he'd be out there applauding and smiling. The fact that he's so mad and so angry and so upset and so embarrassed is because them Democratic shields ain't got no solidarity. It's about one butter biscuit in the room, and you know they want all of them, even the crumbs on them. So they throwing Jasmine under the bus. You got the Mayo militia throwing her under the bus. Megyn Kelly coming on her neck. So now what you got? These people angry.
Yeah, it'll be a Pyrrhic victory. It'll be symbolic. The Democrats will lose. And we'll take the next step toward the inevitable, which is the fracturing of the American state.
The Democrats will lose. When was the last time you heard them say that? What happened to all that hope, all that cope, and all the Martin Luther King quotes? They ain't got the Martin Luther King quotes, fam. The Democrats gonna lose. It's over for us. They promised us 52 biscuits and there ain't none left. And it's all because of Black Americans. Now you know this is about to spin back to us now. I'm just preparing y'all because they can't just take this L and say that they failed. They got to say this is because of Black folks. But you see that this man is defeated. Roland is defeated. Roland acting like he went to the buffet and it was empty. He got that same look on his face. The Democrats are done. They drowned.
This battle's already been lost. This battle was lost at the ballot box.
There you go.
Some people may accuse you or me or Reese or anyone else speaking on the specific subject I'm about to say as shaming voters. I wouldn't call it shaming voters. I would say forcing human beings to look in the mirror and say that you put the knife in your own throat by not registering.
Knife in your, what? Listen to this. Look how mad he is. It all went back to the voter box and y'all put the knife in your own. You going there? You upset like that, Carr? Or you know the Democratic Shield days is over and that surplus of biscuits ain't coming through that door. Uh-huh.
By not checking your registration and by not voting. This battle has already been won by the white supremacists, but the war has not been won by the white supremacists. Sure, the Congressional Black Caucus the Texas Black Caucus should not go back. Agree with Representative Jones. I also understand Representative Reynolds in the sense of saying that in some ways this battle will now shift to the courts. Now, as you walk them through in Louisiana and
now, family, what he's about to say, I'm just walking you through this, fam, so everybody understands the way it's working with the redistrict and everything and the special sessions. What they're going to say now, they're going to redistrict, and anybody who wants to oppose it is going to go to the court. Watch him admit that they're going to lose in the court as well. They're admitting every single option that they thought they might have is going to be a defeat. He's going to admit it. We'll lose in the court.
And Alabama, the goal should be to get to December. But certainly late fall, early maybe winter to try to stop this by saying that these maps can't be and it's changed. But let's just say that they fail. And it looks like they're going to fail.
Damn!
If that's the case, they're going to go to court anyway. Now, will they lose in court? Probably. But here's where we're going.
Listen what he said. He said the Democrats will lose, Democrats will fail, and they will lose again in the court. That's your only three options right there. All options. Done. Wrap. Over. You see.
Ultimately, California, Governor Newsom now saying, well, an early November vote to do something about redistricting, maybe Pritzker in Illinois, maybe we see something in New York where their rules are a little different. Certainly Ohio, where there's triggered a statewide redistricting commission, if they can't reach a 60% threshold in the legislature, which they should be able to do. The white nationalists in Florida, the white nationalists in Missouri, where they would carve up Emmanuel Cleaver's seat, the white nationalists in Indiana probably could claw a few more white nationalist seats in the federal legislature. But ultimately, it's going to come down to this. The type of outrage that you exhibited there in that conversation with Representatives Reynolds, Johnson, and Jones is not going to be shared by millions of Black voters in this country.
There you go. Right there. Had to walk it all the way to that point. The type of outrage that Roland has will not be shared by the Black voters. No, the hell it won't. And no capes either. And no saving either. It's over for y'all. Running around here being inflammatory, getting in the way of our business, trying to be these fake representatives or spokespeople. Hell no. Now we're going into the second, third wave of the Democratic shields being over with. You see how defeated Roland is? Do you see how defeated that Carr guy is? Or Reese Nobert with no hairline? You see how upset, down bad, broken they are? That is for a reason. And that reason is y'all was running around here talking real reckless to Black Americans when it came to that election now, didn't you? I don't see that saying, you stupid fool, and you need to vote. And if you don't vote, then you ain't got no hope. Yep. Okay. Well, you ain't got no hope. I want everybody to translate everything that was said right there. Let me tell you what was said. Okay. What was said right there was she is done for. She's fired. Her career's over. She picked a lot of enemies with Donald Trump, with Megyn Kelly, with the whole conservative party, and she's got enemies in her own party. Remember, Jasmine Crockett tried to be the lead spokesperson Democrat just 2 months ago. All the tear. The writing has been on the wall. And then the New York Post just put out an article with her staffers. And her staffers said that they don't like her. And they called her out all the way across the line. The paperwork that we've been calling out, damn, we right again. I'm telling everybody, you want to know the future? Go talk to foundational Black Americans. And everything that we say will end up happening. Point blank. We said all these things was going to happen, and now it's starting to unfold. Her staffers came out just, 2 weeks ago and said she's terrible. And then now, pew, gone. And then you start to see Donald Trump say, oh, yeah, you've been talking about me? Got you. See, remember when Letitia James was running her mouth, when Fannie the Mammy was running her mouth, Alvin Bragg, Donald Trump went through and said, all of y'all, I'm going to get you. And Jasmine was the loudest one, and he going to get you. And as a matter of fact, I just showed you all them Karens, the Karen militia. When Karens go crazy, they're coming after her. Let me tell y'all this right here. New video just came out of another Karen that ain't even Karen number 52. This right here is Karen number 67. Karen number 67 ran up on Jasmine just yesterday as well. So she had two Karen hecklers. Both Karens approached her with some smoke, and she didn't have none. Y'all watch this. This is a whole different Karen at the same event, and she calls out Jasmine. Jasmine, you got Karen problems.
We gotta keep connecting. I assure you that if we start to connect with one another, it is so much harder to hate each other.
Jasmine, why do you hate white people? Why are you racist towards white people? Why are you racist towards white people?
She needs to get.
I don't need to be touched. I'm not resisting. I will leave.
We gotta keep connecting. I assure you that if we start to connect with one another, it is so much harder to hate each other.
Oh, don't talk that connecting now. Now, fam, y'all see her trying to flip, right? When we start connecting with each other, we won't have these problems. If we could all be friends to the end with money to spend, you got something to lend? Nah. Remember, you're going to take Trump down. This is Trump's sister. This is Trump's cousin. Remember, supremacist relatives, and they always stick up for each other.
Jasmine, why do you hate white people? Why are you racist towards white people? Why are you racist towards white people?
She needs to get.
I don't need to be touched. I'm not resisting. I will leave.
We gotta keep connecting. I assure you that if we start to connect with one another, it is so much harder to hate each other.
No, hell no. There you go right there, y'all. You see what I'm saying? A whole nother one, because she thought that she was going to talk all that thing. See, the Democrats always have to use supremacy for some type of come up. But the thing is that they don't really ride against supremacy. Supremacy to them is just a mechanism to get foundational Black Americans on board. But the fact that we have separated ourselves from them, now they got to wear that jacket. So now they're saying a bunch of things about her. Let's be real. I'm going to keep it all the way live. The things that they say about Jasmine Crockett are absolutely racist. Absolutely. But remember, she don't give a damn about Black folks herself. All she is a melanated person who don't give a damn about Black folks. And all they are male people who don't give a damn about Black folks. So they got to deal with it on their own in their own time. And they just got to accept it. That's just what it is. Don't be mad. You need to be glad. Okay. So you're not seeing that same energy and vibration from her. She's starting to flip the script about, she thinks that she's going to come around here and disrespect foundational Black Americans. She thinks she's going to come around here and speak on our name, throw dirt on her name, and it's just not going nowhere. So family, think about this. The news comes out. Donald Trump comes out. He says that she's low IQ. He's trolling her on the internet, all types of things. All these different Karens are approaching her. They're heckling her. They're stalking her. Nobody's rocking with you, Jasmine. It's a wrap for you. It's a wrap. Let me go back real quick, show everybody this. Look at this, fam. This is what I was meaning right here. When I tell everybody that they are running around here and admitting that foundational Black Americans are the root causes of all of this, this is exactly what I mean. As I tell everybody, FBA did that. Watch Roland sit there and tell everybody that it's because Black Americans why this ain't going nowhere. Watch this.
Anchia was on this show. And when we talked to him, he literally laid out that this was the plan, that this was the agenda, laid out, well, we got to focus, a lot going on and stuff along those lines. And when he was talking, I was sitting there going, I said, okay, here they go expressing his weakness. Here they go. And I'm telling you, they think it's just going to be business as usual. And it's not. I mean, I'm going to do this here. I'm going to play for you exactly. Go ahead and roll. This is what he said on this show Friday.
And we have jobs and families back home. We set some pretty clear goals. We wanted to make sure that we were protecting our African American and Latino constituents.
African American and Latino constituents, aka they not like us. This is who they've been trying to push on Black Americans, y'all. These people right damn here, but we ain't going for it.
The clock on this special session, we will have succeeded, and the rest is up to blue state governors that have the trifecta of the House, the Senate, and the governorship to really counteract this stuff.
You ain't gonna succeed shit, Reese. What's gonna happen is you're gonna go there, they're gonna gavel that sucker in a session, and they're gonna pass this bill in less than 60 seconds.
This is where Democrats fucked up. Democrats have the delusional idea that they are.
Why they cursing so much? Why y'all know, fam? How you know we out here winning is because they not even cursing at black folks who don't vote no more. Now they out here cussing at each other. Y'all notice that difference, right? Before, it used to be them cussing at us. Now they cussing at each other. Go back to a year ago. A year ago, family, it was y'all fools and y'all simple signings and y'all don't know what y'all doing. Now they turn in the script and they yelling and fussing and cussing at one another. Yeah, it's funny as hell, ain't it? It's super funny. And that's exactly what it is. Now they're going back and forth amongst each other because they understand there ain't nobody there to help them. But let me show y'all all the energy shift. I'm going to show y'all the energy now when you see Jasmine Crockett. For the record, Jasmine's been very silent lately. You only seen her getting ran up on by Karen. She's been real quiet since this news came out. Y'all want to see defeated, though? Can I show y'all defeated? Y'all look how defeated she is. Man, she defeated as ever, y'all. Watch Jasmine Crockett, and she looks like somebody who knows her days are numbered. You're getting fired.
I'm going to do this. That Representative Jasmine Crockett was not a target of this, but I'm going to let her explain this to you and what's happening.
Process. I'm going to be brutally honest with you and tell you that I currently don't live in the CD30 that they created. I don't. That's not where I live. Now, they asked us where we live because they are supposed to take that into consideration. And these are some of the things that the court will look at when they're trying to determine whether or not there were problems with creating the maps as incumbents and where they live. And they moved me out of my district. Yeah, they completely changed the makeup of Texas 30. It's really awful. So we'll have to have some conversations about what that looks like. Just so you know, the rules when you are running for Congress on the federal level is that you don't have to live in the district to run for the seat. But the question will be, what do my constituents say? What do they want? So we're going to have some real conversations because...
Fam, does she look so confident? Does she look like she knows what she's got facing her? Does she really have that same energy? Are y'all getting that same sense of energy from Jasmine? I'm not. I'm getting somebody who looks very defeated, very broke down. She doesn't look like she has any type of confidence on what's going on. She doesn't at all. Listen to her. She's resorting back to her white woman voice. Y'all notice that, right? Notice all that, y'all don't give a damn, and it is what it is. Notice she's not talking like that no more. Now she's like, hi, guys. I don't know what's happening. Oh, my God. What they've done is so mean to me. Notice every time she's in trouble, she starts resorting back to that suburban white girl, that valley girl. She went from sister girl to valley girl real quick. All right, I want y'all to notice that. I noticed that. We noticed that. It's that simple.
I live in one part of my district, and then the other part of my district that kept the number, I don't live in that part. So definitely going to have some town halls and get it figured out. So I don't know. In fact, no member of Congress lives in the new configuration of 30. And then I live in a configuration of 33, and the current incumbent for 33, Mark DC, does not live in his district. So it is a hot mess. And it is so sad that these people have no integrity.
So as you can see, the Republicans going to do this.
There you go, family. You see. She ain't got that same energy nor that same vibe because the clock is ticking, okay? So they obviously have told us what's going to happen, all right? They're going to call in everybody, all of those Democrats, all the Black caucus. They're going to do what they always do. They're going to sell everybody out. They're all going to go back to Texas. It's going to pass the House, and her seat will be redistricted, and she's up out of there. And everybody knows it. Right now, they're just delaying the inevitable. We even got Gavin Newsom now. He's coming out trying to make threats, and he's saying, well, if y'all do that here, we're going to do it in California. It doesn't matter because the Democrats have been doing this type of work anyway. And the very fact that they've been doing this type of work and everybody already knows it, it's not really scaring everybody. Now people just understand this is the way the game is played. This is the way the game has been told. And it's very, very clear that you are going to be on that chopping block, fam. Here's another clip I want to show y'all of her, again, looking extremely defeated, extremely broke down, and all the situations as they unfold are all unfolding on the side that does not work for the Democrats. We're watching the end of the Democratic shield.
quorum since the 3rd of August, and they're going to try one more time tomorrow morning before the special session then will likely end. The House is set to meet tomorrow morning at 10. If a quorum is not met, the governor has already said out loud he promises to immediately call for another special session. House Democrats did break quorum earlier this month, of course, to intentionally block new congressional maps that do favor Republicans from passing.
And one person who's been very outspoken about that is Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. She is against the mid-decade redistricting, and tonight she organized a rally to show her support for the Texas Democrats. Our Erin Jones getting her reaction to the latest developments and how she thinks it could affect her.
What many don't know is that we are Texas tough. So what that means is that we are ready to fight back.
At this Blue Texas rally, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett telling attendees she's behind the Texas House Democrats.
I understand where they are. They have put in a fight. They have raised the issue to the entire country.
The chair of the Texas House Democratic Caucus says Democrats are ready to bring the major mid-decade redistricting fight back to Texas under two main conditions. Republicans adjourn the current special legislative session, die, and California Democrats unveil a new congressional map to offset the 5 U.S. House seats Republicans aim to flip in Texas.
I haven't talked to them today. I've been all throughout the district since about 7 a.m. So I haven't talked to them, but I know that tomorrow is when they are supposed to sign and die. So I think nothing goes into effect, if anything, until number one, they sign and die on tomorrow instead of the 19th. So I think we'll all be watching to see if they sign and die.
In a statement, Governor Abbott's office tells CBS News Texas, these Democrats fundamentally misunderstand Texans. Texans don't attach demands to doing their jobs or run from a fight. They roll up their sleeves and get to work.
I find it hilarious that they're trying to put demands on us. Look, I've been saying this from the very beginning. There is no deals to be made.
Congresswoman Crockett believes Republicans intentionally drew her home out of the district she serves and is worried about her seat, along with her colleagues, Congressman Mark Vesey and Congresswoman Julie Johnson.
You damn right they did it on purpose. What you thought was going to happen when you was running around here talking about Donald Trump? You on the Donald Trump revenge tour, and he bringing all of his Mayo cousins with him. You damn right. Look at her energy here, fam. She's not talking like she was talking. So I'm telling everybody, this was contrived by the damn Republicans. You absolutely right it was. We all knew it. We told everybody last year. Hell, we told everybody in 2023. We said, y'all let Donald Trump win again, and he gonna remember every last one of y'all. Every one of y'all gonna be on that list. So look at it. Look at that scared face she got. You racially homeless with nowhere to go. It's a wrap for you.
Now need to tap in with my district and find out if they are okay with me being their representative, even though I don't live in the district. The law allows for it, so there's nothing illegal, there's nothing, bad about it. But sometimes people are like, no, I want somebody that actually lives in this district.
And that's exactly what Congresswoman Crockett did tonight. She spoke to her constituents. She also put out.
There you go, fam. Listen to what she just said right there, okay? Listen to what she just said. She said she's going to talk to all of her constituents and see if it's okay. Yeah, somebody put in the chat. You're absolutely right. She's being humbled right now. She being humbled right now. I don't see that same energy. And it's two things at play here. It's the Republicans are coming after these people, and it's foundational Black Americans ain't backing nobody. We ain't backing nobody. And the fact that we're not backing nobody, it's a wrap. You can see it. And if you observe it like we're observing it, fam, this right now is the after effects. The same way we said the Tethers is getting the after effects, it's the same way with her. So I want y'all to look at the redistricting. I want you guys to look at the special sessions. I want you to see her energy. I want you to see how all the Black caucus people are throwing her under the bus. It is inevitable, okay? She done got fired on her day off. This came from the top, all right? Donald Trump was sitting there hearing her run her mouth and said, boom. See, this is what happens with these Black Democrats. You always play crash out dummy for the Democratic liberal, okay? This is what they do because they have a job title. They're never going to tell you what their job title is, but we're going to tell them what the damn job title is. The job title for all of them is to simply play human shield for the damn Democrats. Democrats are always putting somebody on the front line. That's what Barack Obama was. Barack Obama was nothing more than a crash out. This is why they blame Barack Obama for things that he wasn't even the president when it went on. Do y'all know they blame Barack Obama for 9/11 and he wasn't even the president? And you don't hear no white liberal come out and correct that. They say, nope, that's what you here for. This is what you signed up for. See, fam, foundational Black Americans, we're allowing everybody to get the energy that they signed up for. You signed up for that energy. You live with that energy. You deal with it. And we're going to be over here just chilling because we got business to attend to. And we ain't got no time for all of these different liberals trying to run that game. Barack Obama knows what it was. He has been a crash out. Boom. Al Green. Remember when Donald Trump addressed Congress? Al Green was crashing out. And they end up giving him some type of punishment. All right. Look at all the different ones you see. Maxine Waters. She's out there always crashing out. You remember when all the stuff started happening with ICE? You didn't see Maxine Waters until later. Maxine Waters popped up way later, family. How many times have you seen Chuck Schumer since Donald Trump has been president? He disappeared. Have y'all seen Elizabeth Warren? Where's she been at? Y'all notice all of them just disappeared. They're gone. You don't see them no more. Okay, this is what it was. Jasmine Crockett was comfortable playing sister girl, acting like she's us, acting like she's FBA. Now she's getting at work, and she is going to have one of the biggest crash outs ever. Nobody rocks with her. And foundational Black Americans are on the main line and on the front line. Y'all watch this right here. This is where it all unfolded. And when I tell y'all this and how bad it is for her, I want you to first start thinking about how all of the Democrats are over here throwing her under the bus. That's the most important part of all of this. This is where it all started. Check out this. This was a scathing report that ended out coming up. Yep, Nancy Pelosi. You don't see her neither. Yep. Look at this. Trump critic Rep. Jasmine Crockett is the no-show boss from hell who terrorizes staffers, aides say. All diva. Wow. Look at this, family. Published August 7th, 2025. Y'all see what I'm talking about. This came out on August 2nd. This was the first thing. This was the prelude. All right? This was her own staffers throwing her under the bus. All them folks, fam, they always try to cuddle, get all nice next to the dominant society, be best friends, get all fuzzy-wuzzy with them, and then they get thrown under the bus. This is where it all started, family. It started with these people saying, man, she ain't down with us. Hell no. And then it turned into this. Watch this right here. The reports came out. They ran with it. This is them tarnishing her name. I want everybody to see this. This right here is a conjunction. This is a collaborative effort between the Democrats and the Republicans. Because remember, the Democrats and Republicans are both supremacists. They're supremacist relatives. This is how it started. In conjunction, they are out here smearing and slandering her name before the redistricting occurs and before she gets fired completely. This was all something that the dominant society put forth.
When the cameras are off, Crockett's real claws come out. Staffers say she bites harder than she barks. And the whole fighting for you act, one big cheap fake. She even works from home. Quote, she's laying around her apartment, won't come into the office, and is really just indifferent to staff and will scream at them. When Crockett actually shows up for work, she wants to be treated like Governor Hot Wheels. She hates using her legs. She demands her staff play chauffeur and drive from the Capitol to her office. It's only a few blocks. And the car can't be some cheap Subaru. It's got to be an Escalade. After that, the aide must, and this is important, stand outside the car and open the door like it's the Met Gala. Another aide says Crockett's obsessed with being the Black Sydney Sweeney. Quote, she's focused almost exclusively on being an influencer, not a member of Congress. Crockett's all diva, no wow. And Crockett might talk a big DEI game, but if you're Black, you're the first to get the pink slip. Quote, I don't want to hear Jasmine Crockett talk about helping Black women when she just fired one for no reason.
Damn. Man, they going extra with it, ain't they, family? Are they not going extra with it? They going all the way there with throwing her under the bus. They like, no, we're going to get her completely out the paint. See, these reports started popping up, like we said, about a week and a half ago. You start seeing these reports. And I knew something was funny going on. I was like, hold on now. Out of nowhere, they start having these reports on her staff, these anonymous people. What it was, that's white supremacy getting on code. White supremacy gets on code. See, we understand what separates foundational Black Americans, other than our exceptionalism and our great looks, what separates us from the rest of the world is that the rest of the world doesn't understand supremacy. That's really what it is. They don't understand the way we can see how supremacists are really talking amongst each other. They really believe that there's a good one and a bad one. They really believe there's a villain and a superhero. They fall for the good cop, bad cop stuff. Family, we don't fall for that. Foundational Black Americans understand supremacy is all the same. You just got supremacy left, supremacy right. That's all it is. We've been knowing that. They don't really believe that. See, they run over here to the side of the Democrats because that's the W that they love. And they think that if they go to the one they love, the loved one is going to protect them from the other one. Let me tell you this. Joe Biden and Donald Trump, they're going to go home tonight at the same damn house. They're going to have them same Brussels sprouts. Megyn Kelly and what's the lady's name? Elizabeth Warren. They're both going to go home together. They're going to hang out, have a great jolly ass time. They don't give a damn about you. You really think that these people give a damn about you? You really think that these individuals are on your side? You out your damn mind. You out your mind if you think these people really give a damn. Hell no, they don't. They don't give a damn at all. And what you're seeing now is that the dominant society is getting on code to get rid of her. See, the Democrats understand that she doesn't have any backing from Black America. And once you don't have any backing from Black America, they don't need you anymore. Because the only job of a Black politician is to try to get the Black vote, is to fool us into voting. And when we say, nope, Couch, we ain't rocking with y'all, all those people now are seen as expendable. That's why Joyless Reed got fired. Joy Reed's the same exact thing. Joy Reid got fired, Roland Martin, Al Sharpton, all of these people, they're expendable. So the Democrats say, we don't need you. You out here talking that sister girl talk left and right, and the only thing that's doing is hurting us. And now the Democrat, he's got to look across the supper table at his white dominant society Republican, and they're going to have a battle. And is it really worth it over Jasmine Crockett? No. So I believe two things. I believe that in Washington, D.C. with the National Guard, I believe that's the conjunction between the Democrats and the Republicans. I really do. I believe this exodus and this destroying of Jasmine Crockett's career, I believe that this is a collaboration between the Democrats and the Republicans. You'd be surprised what's a collaboration between these two parties, family. And FBA, we're the only ones who truly, genuinely see it. I haven't seen any of the Democrats come out and save her. None at all. None, fam. You ain't seen nobody come out and say this. We can, without a shadow of a doubt, pinpoint that this came from Donald Trump at the top, as well as all of these other Republicans that are doing a redistricting of Texas, and it's specifically, exclusively going to her. You don't think that they contrived all this? I'm going to sit here and tell the world, this is absolutely contrived for her, specifically, exclusively. This is the targeting. They're targeting her because she's been running her damn mouth and she's been making a lot of enemies. And the Democrats are saying, defend sister girl Jasmine Crockett, who can't get us any votes, who Black folks don't rock with her, or satisfy and plead my conservative white supremacist brother. They're going to go with a conservative white supremacist brother every day and twice on Sundays. And let me tell you something about that as well. Now they're going into this level right here. Y'all been seeing this one? Check this out. You're going to love this. It always starts political, and then it turns personal. How about this one right here, everybody? I wonder why Jasmine Crockett wants to stop Elon Musk and Doge from exposing government corruption. Salary, net worth, properties. Now everybody's out here saying that low key, all that Doge stuff, that never really stopped and went away. Elon's just not there doing it anymore. It's more people who've been investigating Jasmine Crockett's finances. So after they remove her from her position, do not be surprised if they remove her from her house, perhaps in handcuffs and perhaps in a cell. And you're starting to see this unfold every single day. And this is why Megyn Kelly was throwing those little jabs. Y'all seen Megyn Kelly? She was like, have fun in your house and your home with all that money. These are some of the reports that are coming out right here, brothers and sisters.
Everybody knows who Jasmine Crockett is right about now. And, well, let's just say she's got the attention of Doge after all the crap she's been talking about Elon. Elon posted on X the other day, well, Jasmine, I see that you make $174,000 a year, but in the 18 months that you've been in the House of Representatives, you have purchased a $5 million house in Texas. You have a $2.5 million lake house and another house you bought for $1.5 million. So Elon and the United States government, along with so many more citizens, would love to know, Jasmine, how did you buy all that?
Uh-oh. Damn. It looked like they already started keying in on her. And social media is in a blaze of all of these people that are going through her financial records. So your financial records is on the table. So when you talk about financial records and bad paperwork and people starting to kind of expose, they want to know where you're coming from. Let me tell you something. That McDonald's paycheck is not going to cut it. You are not going to be able to get them back with that damn McDonald's check. Shout out to McDonald's. Okay, I love the chicken nuggets. But I'm going to tell you something. Them chicken nuggets is not going to help you when Doge gets to calling for you. It just doesn't work that way. And all them little liberals that you thought had your back, they not going to have your back. They may have a McFlurry, okay, or number two, a McDouble, but you're going to be in McTrouble because you've been running around here disrespecting the president of the United States, thinking it was all going to be good. So now you're starting to see this. Fam, this is a colossal crash out. I wouldn't be surprised in about 5 to 10 years if we go, damn, y'all remember that lady, Jasmine Crockett? Remember she was the one doing the sister girl act, okay? She was running around here talking real reckless. Y'all seen what happened to her? Damn, it's messed up that they locked her ass up. It's messed up none of the liberals came to save them. Nope. And it all goes back to what we've been saying, y'all. There ain't no caping in this generation, y'all. We ain't got no capes. We in here deep. As a matter of fact, since we in here deep, right now, while everybody's in here, I need y'all to smash that like button and subscribe to the Black Alpha Network. We in here deep, almost 2.6 thousand people. Smash the like button. Take 2 seconds. Smash that like button, hit it on up so we let the world know that we run this thing. And when I tell y'all we run this thing, and I tell you that our energy is super impactful, let me take it back to Roland, because he said something very, very true. Roland Martin right here tells everybody that this generation is different. Fam, listen to Roland talking like us and tell me right now if foundational Black Americans aren't running the yard.
The United States Negro is moving with a sense of great urgency toward the promised land of racial justice. Nothing could be more tragic than for men to live in these revolutionary times and fail to achieve the new attitudes and the new mental outlooks that the new situation demands. Very simple. The people today, the voters today, millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, these are not the same folk as baby boomers and Generation X. And the reality is, fewer African Americans are self-identifying as Democrats. People are saying, I don't see fighters. I don't see people standing up. And what they're also saying is exactly what Representative Jones says. We have been the backbone of the Democratic Party. We have been the ones who have withstood the battles and the fights and that carry the torch. And when the hell do the other folks stand up and fight as hard as we do?
No, Roland. Hell no. Hell no, Roland. That's what we've been saying. That's what Black Americans been saying. Listen to this man trying to remove FBA off of that and put Democrat on that. We have been standing saying, when y'all gonna do something for us, we don't identify as Democrats anymore. Y'all see this man? Y'all see how this man is trying to make it look like it's us? Okay, I want y'all to notice how he's trying to make everything that we say in the grassroots, he's just saying it from the Democratic perspective. He's trying to say all that from the Democratic perspective. We are out here saying, when is somebody else gonna do the work? Man, FBA been saying that during the whole election. And we got called every name in the book for saying that. When FBA came out here and said, man, hold on now, wait a minute. You ain't gonna be sitting here telling foundational Black Americans what we need to do. Why don't nobody do nothing for us? Roland said, we don't deserve nothing. Remember that now. Roland told us that we didn't deserve anything. He said that foundational Black Americans do not deserve nothing, and it's actually against the law for us to get something exclusively. Now he in here talking about something. We know that they said when they did what they done that we all deserve it. Nah, Roland. Nope. Hell no. You ain't gonna pull that one on us, Roland Martin. You ain't gonna try to take Black grassroots terms and put a Democratic spin on it and saying that we don't identify with Democrats. When we said that we don't identify with Democrats and we not gonna vote, you called us a simple Simon. Nah, bruh. Hold this L.
That the new situation demands. Very simple. The people today, the voters today, millennials, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, these are not the same folk as baby boomers and Generation X. And the reality is,
it's the damn reparations generation. Boy, that boy bucking them eyes, boy. Them damn eyes about to go through the screen. God damn.
fewer African Americans are self-identifying as Democrats. People are saying, I don't see fighters. I don't see people standing up. And what they're also saying is exactly what Representative Jones says. We have...
Freeze. Watch him still, fam. Listen. Watch this. Excuse me. Let me rewind. Let me not do no cursing. Watch this big man. Huge man. Watch him steal my whole speech from Fulton County, Georgia. Watch this man steal my whole speech. I told y'all they be watching your boy. They stay watching Black Alpha. All eyes on Alpha. All right? Watch him take everything that I say, family, about being the backbone of this country. Watch him take it. Watch this.
Saying is exactly what Representative Jones says. We have been the backbone of the Democratic Party. We have been the ones who have withstood the battles and the fights and that carry the torch. And when the hell do the other folks stand up and fight as hard as we do?
Freeze. Watch this, y'all. Watch this. This is what I'm talking about. Watch this, fam. This man took my whole style. This man took my whole thing. Watch this. They be out here. I'm telling y'all, they just sit back and they watch us and then they try to put like their own little Democratic tag on it. Y'all look at this. This looks and sounds very familiar to what I said. Watch this, y'all.
I want to make a few good points, a very great point, actually. And it starts off with who we are, okay? We are the foundation of this country, all right? Those are my ancestors. This is my ancestry. And we have been the foundation of this country since day one, not 2, 3, 4, 5, since day one. And when you start talking about foundationals, you're not talking about people of color. You're not talking about minorities. You're not talking about all lives matter. It is specific. And we got to clear some things up because there seems to be a whole lot of fake misconfusion when it comes to our reparations. When it comes to our reparations, everybody acts like they don't really get it. Well, I'm going to clear it up very well, okay? We have been the economic and the social backbone of this country.
Listen,
and
you heard it. Listen, fam. Listen, he just took my whole thing. We have been the backbone of the fried chicken bone and the turkey bone of America. Man, took my whole thing.
Well, I'm going to clear it up very well, okay? We have been the economic and the social backbone of this country and this county since day one. Again, it all goes back to day one. Once again, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. So when you start talking about us, the first thing you got to acknowledge is reparations. Reparations in the form of cash payments, all right? Not hugs, not kisses, not can't we all get along, not Uber rides, not DoorDash, none of that. It is about cash payment reparations. How do we know? It's because we see the money being given to immigrants and migrants right here in the city. When I came here, I seen a bunch of my lineage, foundational Black American brothers and sisters out in the streets sleeping in the cold, while migrants are getting millions of dollars, they're getting tangibles, they're getting resources and benefits and elevated above us. So we're very, very aware of what's going on, not just here in Fulton County, but all across this country. So I'm here to tell everybody, we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Chicago. We stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in New York City. And I'm letting everybody know it will not go down the same way it's going on across the country. We get nothing and immigrants and migrants get all of our money. So in other words, I'm here to make a declaration for you and everybody watching right now. And that is that the Black American presence in the South is not going anywhere. So in other words, FBA South got something to say and FBA South is here to stay. So with all that said, in the great words of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., we are coming to get our check. And I want you guys to pass those reparations for us, and you guys have a great night. With that said, reparations right now. Salute.
Dude trying to run with our whole style. Trying to run. Boy, that boy think he's slick, don't he? That man go sit there and say, well, you know, I believe that if we achieve that, we are the backbone of back home. Hell no. See, we got to be very cautious now, okay? Because what we're dealing with are people who try to, quite frankly, just steal foundational Black American energy, all right? They want to steal foundational Black American talking points, everything that we say, everything that we do. They're trying to put a different twist on it. See, they can't send out anybody no more like Jasmine Crockett because we reject her. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate the love. Yeah, mic drop. You feel me? Watch Roland. Again, Roland goes and he uses the same thing that I say, and he's just trying to make it look like it's coming from the Democrats. This is what he's trying to do. It's an absolute plagiarizing speech that he's trying to come up with, and it's quite frankly pathetic. It's very pathetic because they are watching us stealing our words.
It's exactly what Representative Jones says. We have been the backbone of the Democratic Party. We have been the ones who have withstood the battles and the fights and that carry up the torch. And when the hell do the other folks stand up and fight as hard as we do? I understand every single point that you've made, Representative Reynolds, Representative Johnson, Representative Jones. But I'm telling you right now, y'all should go back to that caucus and you tell Representative Wu and you tell Tallarico and you tell Anachi and tell the rest of them, they are going to have a problem when they let these racist maps go through, and they gonna look up, and if you think Black folks have said we sitting out and we gonna spend times doing line dances, boots on the ground, they are in for a rude awakening when they.
Damn, that's what I said. That's what I said. The same thing. That's exactly what I said. I told them people. He said, if you tell them if they don't do this, I told the damn panel. I said, listen, y'all need to pass these reparations for us. Y'all need to pass reparations for all of us, and that's how it's got to go. He's saying it, but he's trying to do this for Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Shield. You feel what I'm saying? These folks is running with the game. And don't talk about we said we going to sit on the couch, because when we said it, it was the worst thing in the world to you, Holin. Holin, you're holing again, Holin. Holin, stop holing. All right? Stop. Holin, hold this L. God damn it.
When they let these racist maps go through, and they gonna look up, and if you think Black folks have said we sitting out and we gonna spend times doing line dances, boots on the ground, they are in for a rude awakening when they come to Black churches and Black neighborhoods and say, where you at? And the response is gonna be, where in the hell were you at? We needed you the most. I thank all three of you for your work.
And where the hell were the Democrats when we needed reparations and anti-Black American hate crime law, when we wanted simple tangibles, we wanted loans, we wanted safe neighborhoods for our kids? Where were they then? And notice, fam, they know everything that we say. They know exactly what we want. They just play stupid, all right? Because the very fact that Roland can say what I said verbatim damn near in my speech, he can say it with a Democratic spin on it. He loves to quote Dr. Martin Luther King, but when we quote Dr. Martin Luther King, he doesn't say the same quotes we do. He'll give you the one day my kid and a white kid ran up a mountain holding hands together smiling. One day I had a dream that we'd all be together. He'll use those quotes. He won't say nothing about Dr. Martin Luther King saying we're coming to get our check. He'll never say anything about Dr. Martin Luther King saying we don't know nothing about Africa, we Black Americans. Notice those Dr. Martin Luther King quotes get lost, right? So he understands exactly what we're saying. He can talk all that talk about being the backbone of the Democrats. We've been saying we've been the backbone of America. So if you can say we're the backbone of the Democrats, how come you can't understand when I say we're the backbone of America and we deserve reparations or an anti-Black American hate crime bill? You know exactly what we're saying because y'all mimic us too much. Family, when you hear Democratic shills, they sound somewhere between Black Alpha, Tariq Nasheed, and Jason Black, to be honest with you. All right. To be really real with you, let's keep it all the way live. All right. When you hear a Democratic shield talking, they sound somewhere between Tariq, Black Alpha, Jason Black, not even put in my brother Marcel. They sound somewhere in the middle. You can't be that close to our talking points unless you're listening, unless you're watching. And we know that they watch. Hell, I know all the people. Hell, Megyn Kelly, I showed y'all her earlier. Megyn Kelly been following me for a year. You think she's following me because she agrees with me? You think Megyn Kelly's following me because she agrees with what I'm saying, or she's slightly, slowly monitoring the situation? All right. What's the guy running against Jasmine Crockett? Sheldon Daniels. I spoke to him. All right. He follows me. All right. These people are watching what we say so they can spin it and they can twist it. That's exactly what it is. I told you, I met Kristi Noem. All right. I met all these people. I met Buddy Carter down here in Georgia. These people know exactly who we are. They know exactly what we want. And their words are just too damn close to what we say. It's too damn close to not be biting. You biting what FBA says. Because what you really want to do, you want to take foundational Black American talking points, and then you want to put your own political party on it to make it look like it came from you. That's really what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it look like that didn't come from Black Americans. That came from the Democrats. The Democrats was the ones really stomping out there and holding it down. No, y'all wasn't. No, you weren't. You were the ones out there fraudulent. Y'all were the ones out there faking the funk, and now you're getting exposed for all of that, and there's really nowhere to go. So this goes to show you exactly what we mean, family. Okay, so let's frame all these things that we've been breaking down, right? A lot of receipts. Let's put them on the table. We ended Jasmine Crockett's career. Her career's over with, okay? I can't put it to you no more clear. All the stats and the statistics. Donald Trump, he's calling her out. Megyn Kelly's calling her out. Random Becky's. We seen Becky, what? Number 192. We seen Karen, number 241. I think we seen Beth and Rebecca. I think a couple of them was running out there, fam. We done seen all these different Karens running up on her, just G-checking her out in the striznies, right? So we understand that they don't really have nothing to stand on. Then you see that the redistricting has came down and it swooped on them to really, they're completely folded by that. And now you're starting to see the defeated energy amongst Roland Martin and his whole panel. Just remember the faces from a year ago. These are not the same faces. These faces that you're seeing now are faces of people who know things aren't really going too good for you. It's not good in the hood. It's not good in the hood. You wish you would in the hood, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? So now we're starting to see a reality set in, and that reality is a foundational Black American reality. And that foundational Black American reality is very swift. I love being a part of the generation that's really making it happen. That's really making it happen. I love this. I love being a part of this generation because this generation, we're not out here playing games with anybody. This generation is out here really checking folks at the door before they show up and just making these people afraid. Speaking of making people afraid, let's swing on out to California, okay? Let's talk about Karen Bass, right? Because we're going all the way through them. Remember, Joe Biden is 3 billion years old. We got rid of him. Barack Obama, y'all notice how quick the liberals turned on him? Y'all notice that, right? Look how much liberals are throwing Barack Obama under the bus, all right? We got rid of him. He's done. He's seen as expendable as well because he's not moving Black Americans. And now you're seeing Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass. Their time is up. There's nowhere to go right now for any of them. Karen Bass just came out the other day. Y'all look how she's sweating bricks, y'all. Watch how she's sweating bricks. She's frustrated. You don't see that same Karen Bass that was running her mouth a few years ago. Watch this.
I believe that this just happened to be
There is no way this was a coincidence. This was widely publicized that the governor and many of our other elected officials were having a press conference here to talk about redistricting, and they decided they were going to come and thumb their nose in front of the governor's face. Why would you do that? That is unbelievably disrespectful. It's a provocative act. They're talking about disorder in Los Angeles, and they are the source of the disorder in Los Angeles right now. This is just completely unacceptable. This is a administration, this is a Customs and Border Patrol that has gone amok. This absolutely has to stop. There was no danger here. There was no need to detain anyone here. And there was certainly no need to have a provocative act right here where the governor is having a press conference.
Not believe that this just happened to be.
Fam, have y'all seen her this upset and angry? Are you getting that same my career is about to be over energy from her? I know I am. And I can't wait for it neither. Listen, I am celebrating all of these careers going down the drain. I promise you that. I make no bones about it. I mean it. I stand on it 33 times in the third. Damn all of these people. When their careers are over, I don't care. She's upset.
There is no way this was a coincidence. This was widely publicized that the governor and many of our other elected officials were having a press conference here to talk about redistricting, and they decided they were going to come and thumb their nose in front of the governor's face. Why would you do that? That is unbelievably disrespectful. It's a provocative act. They're talking about disorder in Los Angeles, and they are the source of the disorder in Los Angeles right now. This is just completely unacceptable.
No, what's unacceptable is that damn thing, that mop you call hairstyle. That's what's bothering me, but we're going to leave that one alone. Y'all notice that she's spazzing out, Gavin Newsom spazzing out. Roland, I just showed y'all for the first time ever, Roland is completely defeated. He is completely defeated. Roland Martin is finished. Jasmine Crockett is finished. Karen Boss is finished. Gavin Newsom is finished. Now, let me ask you guys, since we're in here right now, we all talk about what's going on right now in D.C., about the racial targeting and how they got the National Guard out there. How many of you guys feel what we talked about earlier, that I believe that there's some cahoots, some collaborations, and some coercion going on amongst the Republicans and Democrats? How many of you guys believe that? I believe that. I believe that you're starting to see crisis capitalism where, like we said, the Republicans publicly create a problem and then the Democrats come in to claim to clean it up. And that's how they really get votes from us. How many of you guys are on the same page about that? Because that's what I believe. I believe that there's a whole lot of conjunction going on between the Democrats and the Republicans. Because you notice the Democrats been very calm. They've been really cool about it. Y'all notice that? Think about where the Democrats are hush-hush and they're quiet on, and that pretty much tells you that they're in on something. That's what I believe. You believe so too? Okay, the family believes that. I see you, my brother Church. Certified salute, family. Absolutely. A lot of people believe that. That it looks too suspicious, and it's typical. Think about it, fam. The Republicans go out and they have this situation, and then the Democrats follow it, and the Democrats claim to be the people that clean it up. That's the same thing with Trayvon Martin, same thing with Sandra Bland, same thing with Kia Boyd. They love pointing the finger. See, without pointing the finger at the Republicans, the Democrats don't have anything. So anytime they're making a claim about racism, they are nothing more than the co-defendant in the situation. That's exactly what they are. So now people are trying to spin things. You've seen Karen Boss. She's absolutely broke down. I need y'all to bear with me because it's lightning outside, by the way. So the stuff pop off. Y'all know how we do. I'll be right back. But it's lightning. It's been storming all through the South all summer long. So y'all rock with me if it zap out. Appreciate you. But I want y'all to see what else they're doing. Y'all, okay, we all on the same page. This is why, if y'all notice, Black Americans, we're not falling for the whole Donald Trump and the National Guard thing like they want us to. They really, really want us to fall for that. Like they're trying so hard for us to be up in arms. They be like, see, we told y'all, he gonna get you. It's on y'all now. Black Americans like, no, it's on both of y'all. It's on both of you guys. That's really what we're doing. Because remember, Democrats, let me rephrase it. Nobody wants to see a Black American harmed more than the Democratic Party, because the Democrats benefit off of our pain and suffering more than anybody. The Republicans don't benefit off of our pain and suffering. The Democrats do. So they sit down at the table, they eat their Brussels sprouts. One person goes and he creates something. The other person comes in and cleans it up. That's exactly what you're getting. So we understand the way this is played. And when we talk about these people trying to spin things on us and trying to utilize our name and put Tether on it, put African on it, put Democrat on it, what they do, y'all, they listen to me, they listen to Tariq, they listen to Jason Black, and then they basically take what we said, they remix it on up if they can, because a lot of what we say is non-remixable, and then they put something else on it. Y'all been seeing now Tethers are coming out here talking about having a boycott of hair products. How many of y'all seen that? Shout out to my brother Church. My brother Church posted it and he was going live on it. He was getting in on it. Y'all notice this? Now Tethers are trying to have a September 1st boycott. I'm not lying. Family, I'm not lying. We had the August 1st boycott, which, by the way, y'all notice some Tethers got some act right? Huh? Y'all notice that, right? Notice the Tethers ain't been chirping. Tether's been real quiet after that boycott. Remember all the ones out there saying, you go ahead and boycott. I dare you boycott my store. August 2nd rolled around. They was, all right, TikTok, get off your phone, be quiet. They were saying, be nice to the Black Americans. We love our Black American brothers. We love them so much. You see what I'm saying? Notice that them Tether hair salons and them braided shops, they're not talking like they was talking. Now Tethers are coming out saying, let's have one on September 1st so they can undercut what we did. Same way Roland was trying to undercut what I was saying in my speech, and he was trying to undercut foundational Black American grassroots energy. Same thing the Tethers are doing. Y'all watch this right here. Tell me if y'all see what exactly we talking about. Watch the Tethers want to get their own little thing together.
Imagine if Black women all across the world stop buying hair products for 1 month, just one. Here's what would happen day by day.
So the 1st of September, guys, at the end of September, we are not shopping anywhere for our hair care. We're going to use what we already have, or I guess make our own.
The 1st of September, we are not buying any hair products from any other hair shops.
What did all those people have in common? Did they not all have accents? I told you guys, this boycott against the hair industry was thought out and planned to counter-react the Black American boycott called against the African businesses. But if you don't believe me, I'll show you more.
Imagine if Black women all across the world stop buying hair products for 1 month, just one. Here's what would happen day by day.
All right, y'all. You heard the man, okay? This is bigger than hair products. September 1st is not just a date. It's round 1. It's the test.
What you mean round 1? Who said that you involved in any of this? You ain't in the fight. What you mean round 1? This is round 1. What you think we was doing on August 1st? Fam, you mean to tell me Black Americans have a hair boycott of African shops on August 1st, and then September 1st, Tethers want to have one of all shops? See, what they're doing is trying to spread it around now. They're trying to make it everybody. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. They think they slick. They think they real slick. This is what we saying, fam. Tethers are tethering on to everything you do.
Statement. We're seeing what happens when Black women decide just for 1 month to pull our beauty dollars and keep them circulating in our community.
If you are not aware of who that is Miss Key, someone who has been exposed for cosplaying Black Americans already, even though she is from the Congo. She even claims that the Black American ancestors are also her ancestors. Now she is using Black American talking points and stating that Black people should take their dollars and only put it into the Black community, after she's seen Black Americans using that talking point all this time. As I said before, this boycott was not called for out of thin air. It is simply a counter boycott against the Black American boycott against the African businesses. They are trying to undermine.
Imagine if Black women all across.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A Tether undermining protest. Notice how it shifted from August 1st to September 1st. Notice how it shifted from Black Americans to just Black people. See, this is why I'm always telling individuals, you got to be cautious about just saying Black. I know people talk about the census and who's really Black and not. The damn paperwork of the world don't know that. We may know it, but they may not get it. So they shifted it, fam, to now it's just Black people. And they took out, I want y'all to notice now how the American is out of the boycott now. Now it's just all Black folks. And now it's not African shops, it's all shops. You see how these Tethers are always trying to manipulate around what foundational Black Americans are doing to create their own, an absolute undermine so they can dilute what we have created. This is why gatekeeping is so serious. See, gatekeeping is not just serious because it's not allowing people in the house. Gatekeeping is also serious because it disallows people from stealing your terminology. Your terminology means everything. If there's one thing that we've proven in this generation, fam, is that terminology means the world. Your terminology has to be extremely sharp, precise, and concise. And that's exactly where our terminology is. So gatekeeping keeps these people out. Tethers are going to start doing that left and right. So you can see that August 1st, September 1st, Black American, Black, African shops, all shops. They can just spin it around and try to make it look like it's coming from them. But we know it's not coming from foundational Black Americans at big September 1st. So we denounced that one. We ain't on none of that. You know what I'm saying? And Tethers are real mad. See, we've been making Tethers crash out just as much as the Democrats been crashing out. We showed you Jasmine Crockett. We showed you Karen Bass, Roland Martin. We showed you all of them crashing out. But remember, where you see a Democrat, you'll see a Tether. We call them the Tethercrats. And Tethers are upset because we've been putting them out of business. This is the generation where we've been flexing our muscle and making everybody have to atone for the things that they've been saying about us. So if you've been saying things about us that are fraudulent, not accurate, wrong, you just pulled it out the sky, you're having to atone for it, quite frankly, whenever we say you have to. See, this is the I'm FBA and I say so era. And a lot of people don't like it. They want to be on the side of FBA, but this is only reserved for foundationals. And if you're not a foundational, then you can't come around. Now, right now, family, they're telling us that we have to be nice to Tyla. Okay, we were completely exposing Tyla. Tyla's album's crashed, done. She's a wrap. And boy, the Tethers are mad at that. The Tethers are so mad, family. They're more mad at foundational Black Americans ruining Tyla's career than they're mad at the colonizer whooping them up in their homeland. But now they're telling us that we need to be nice to Tyla because she's from South Africa. And let me tell you the reason why. Y'all ain't even gonna believe this. You probably will believe it. They said Black Americans need to be nice to Tyla because Chris Brown went over there to South America or South Africa and he had a great show. So they're saying we need to be nice to Tyla because they were nice to Chris. Watch this. This right here is an ultra Tether and he has Tether talking points. But watch him say that we need to return the favor because Chris Brown, he got accepted in South Africa. So we should accept Tyla in America.
But let me tell you the difference between Tyla and Rihanna.
Tyla is Tyla and Rihanna is Rihanna, okay? Tyla is not trying to be Rihanna. And I don't even know why you're talking about Rihanna as if she had a wonderful experience when she moved to America. Do you want me to remind y'all what y'all did to Rihanna? Homegirl came here. Y'all gave her to Jay-Z. Jay-Z telling Rihanna there are only two ways to get out of this building, either through the window or through the door. Y'all traumatized that girl. Tyla said no to the program. She did not want to be part of that. Y'all wanted that girl to go down the same route as Rihanna. She said no. You remember what y'all did to Rihanna? After Jay-Z was done with her, y'all gave her to Chris Brown. Chris Brown! Have y'all ever taken the time to read the transcript of that aggression? Y'all wanted to treat Tyla the way you treated Rihanna. Y'all
notice that Tethers are more mad at Chris Brown than white people are? Y'all notice how the dominant society still always wants to go in on Chris Brown and they boo him and they hold the Rihanna situation against him? Y'all been noticing that Tethers do too? Tethers still be talking about, but he hurt Rihanna. He hurt Rihanna when he was teenager. What did you do? Notice he's saying what we did. He's saying Black Americans harm Rihanna. So Chris Brown held her down and then all 50 million of us attacked her, according to Mr. Tetherman over here.
I wanted Tyla to date one of these gang banging whatever rapper and suffer the same way Rihanna suffered, just for the sake of being Black. And speaking of Chris Brown is still famous though. Chris Brown's still famous. Why? Because he apologized and he's trying to show the world that he has become a better person. And we understand that. When Chris Brown went to South Africa, Chris Brown was welcomed like a king. The reaction from Black Americans would have been, okay, cool. Y'all did a solid, okay, on one of us, we're going to do a solid on one of y'all. When Tyla's going to come around here, because she's the only South African artist that we really have over here, we're going to show Tyla some love. South Africans showed love to Chris Brown, one of y'all, despite his flaws, despite his character. They showed love to Chris Brown. And y'all still mad over something Tyla said? They did not criminalize Chris Brown. They accepted him with his past and showed him love. Y'all got to do the same for Tyla. That's how it goes. That's how you create unity. That's how you make friends. That's how you make friends. Next time we go, remember, you know what? When the situation happened with Tyla, Black Americans showed up. So when something happens with Black Americans, we're going to show up. Stop the chit chat, black, blackity, black. Show up for her the same way her people showed up for one of y'all. That's how it goes.
Tyla wanted to.
Are you serious? This man said we need to show up for Tyla because they was nice to Chris Brown. How about Chris Brown is just better. How about y'all like Chris Brown because Chris Brown is phenomenal and Tyla is trash? So wait a minute now. We supposed to have this, you do good over here, we do good over there. No. People love Chris Brown around the world because he is a talented brother. It's not our fault he happens to be a Black American. Nobody likes Tyla because she's trash. It's not our fault that she's from South Africa. That's y'all. Y'all was born where you was born at. We born where we born at, and it is what it is. So don't be upset at foundational Black Americans because we're not really rocking with that one. And you're going to have to try better. And fam, you got to understand, listen to how these people are reduced to begging. You see how that man was begging? He's like, man, y'all just be nice to him now because we were nice to you and we was all nice together. They don't have anything other than be nice. See, they can't stand on their own merit. That's the thing about a tether, okay? Tethers can't stand on their own merit. Tethers need what we have. That's really where it is with a tether. Tether needs a foundational Black American. Tethers need foundational Black Americans to help them in every aspect of society. And if foundational Black Americans refuse to help them, then that's where they are. They're just reduced, again, to begging. They're out here begging foundationals that we need to accept Tyla. They don't like that, as we say again. We have completely destroyed everything that they thought they created, and everything they thought they created was all handed to them by who? The dominant society. The dominant society ended up giving them all of that. The dominant society provided them with luxuries, and all those luxuries have been stripped. So if all of that is stripped away and you don't have anything else, next thing you know, you're doing what? You're begging foundational Black Americans. I love y'all. We gave y'all a good time. How about you give us a good time? No. We've been stripping away everything. And I want everybody to understand when I tell you that foundational Black Americans are global, we're very global people, very global. Our effects can go to the political world. It can go into social. Our effects go into education. Our effects go into entertainment. And if foundational Black Americans make a decision that we will exclusively withdraw or exclusively annex a political or an entertainment venue, then it's gone. Look at the Essence Festival. It will never be the same again. Look what we did to the BET Awards, okay? The BET Awards is a wrap. Why? Because foundational Black Americans have done it. So what we've been doing, family, has collectively getting rid of all these folks. See, boycott used to be people just walk outside and picket fence and all, not picket fence, but have some picket signs and all that type of stuff. Now what we're doing, fam, is that we're just getting together and just saying we're not going to rock with somebody. And when we don't rock with you, your career's over with, right? Now, the fact that we got rid of MTV and we got rid of BET and all these different people that were trying to get in on FBA. Do y'all know now that BET, MTV, because they're all a conglomerate, all owned by the same people, do y'all know that they're starting to pull the plug of BET and MTV over in Africa? Yes, the hell they did. Fam, let me show you how global we are now. For those who don't want to listen and don't want to pay attention, I'm going to tell y'all. Foundational Black Americans have made BET and MTV remove themselves from Africa. So as we were sitting here closing down shop on Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes, Flab Joe and Bussy Rhymes, while we were ending their careers, and BET was saying, okay, no more BET Hip Hop Awards. Family, do you know over in Africa, they pulling the plug on their services there? Let me show y'all. And this tells y'all, again, why we have the most influence. MTV Africa and BET closes down. So next time somebody tells you that foundational Black Americans don't run the yard, you make sure to tell them we will end BET in America and we'll end it in Africa as well.
So MTV Africa is apparently closing its doors. MTV Africa is owned by Paramount Africa, and apparently it's been acquired by someone in the US, and they're pulling out of Africa, which is just South Africa and Nigeria. You know, when they say Africa, it's just those two countries. But it's like so much of our entertainment as Africans is literally controlled by the West. I'm just wondering, like, besides the job losses, obviously so many people are going to lose their jobs, which is terrible. What does this mean for African music if a huge platform like MTV is just removed? And never mind that, Paramount Africa also owns Nickelodeon. They own Comedy Central. So those platforms are going to be removed entirely, and it's going to really change the landscape of...
Change the landscape? Yeah, FBA did that. Change the landscape. Let me tell you what it really is, okay? I understand that her fleeting forehead mind may not be able to wrap itself around this. Let me tell you what it is, okay? First off, that's the mechanism in which they watch foundational Black Americans and cosplay us. This is why she's upset. She's upset now because she can't sit back and watch foundational Black American women on MTV and BET and try to duplicate and fail. But she can no longer have a platform to watch our style. MTV and BET is what satellite fed the world FBA culture. So now she's wondering how the hell are they going to be able to cosplay Black Americans without having that platform anymore? Number two, BET and MTV is saying, well, hell, Black Americans don't like us. Why the hell we going to waste money on melanated Africans? They say, man, take that damn money back and go put it somewhere else. So they're selling that over there and they're saying, give it to another audience. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's over with. We cannot fund MTV and BET in Africa when MTV and BET in America ain't getting no snaps. FBA's not rocking with them. I'm telling y'all, when we withdraw ourselves from anybody, they go out of business. This ain't no damn different than Jasmine Crockett. Fam, Jasmine Crockett is just the political version of Miss Fleetman Forehead. It's the same exact thing. She might be a sister because I don't think Jasmine Crockett's an FBA. However, you can see we as FBA have flexed our influence and completely crippled a system in which these people have all been adjacent to. A system in which they have all been able to steal foundational Black American gifts, foundational Black American status, and now foundational Black Americans have taken it back. So, damn, family, can we add BET and MTV in Africa to the FBA delineation G-check list? We already added Jasmine Crockett. Who it gonna be next week? Who's it gonna be? Somebody tell me, fam. How do we stop? We hot.
Entertainment, I guess, somewhat in South Africa or Africa as a whole. Wuzu was such a time, and it's so sad that Wuzu had to close down, but I feel like we need more stations, more stuff that we own. So MTV Africa is apparently...
What you mean more stuff that you own? You don't even own your own airports over there. Don't talk to me about BET, okay? You don't own nothing in Africa, so I don't really want to hear you talking about owning anything in terms of entertainment. You're really upset is because where you got all of that FBA culture from, you can't get it no more. And now you got to come up with something on your own. Back to the bush meat.
Crockett.
Back to the bush meat. That's really where you heading at. You got to go back to the bush meat.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to say congratulations to Texas.
Yes, all that. Okay, yes. Now it's over with. And speaking of over with, y'all know it wouldn't be a party if I didn't show y'all this. There's a lot more people out there that been really melting down because of foundational Black Americans. I mean, melting down, like literally melting down. And the reason being is because we, again, have been so on code over the last few years of this generation. This generation started off fast, real fast. I mean, this generation has came out swinging, metaphorically. And if everybody watches the way that we've been moving, and if everybody observes the way that we've been truly putting it down, you'll be really left with one thing. And that is, this is a winning streak that nobody's ever seen before. No one's ever seen an era like this. It's just never happened. And that's a shout out to the other eras, but this is just different, right? Real different. And we showing it down and we're running the game. Y'all look at this right here though, okay? This is what I'm talking about. This guy has a problem with foundational Black Americans. This guy has a problem with you. This guy I'm about to show you has an issue with delineation, separation, and he does not like the way that we've been treating a lot of these African artists. But I want to tell y'all, this man is ahead of the class, and he's heading somewhere fast. Y'all look at this man right here. This man says Black Americans and Tyla and hate. And him and his satellite on top of his neck have something to tell you FBAs, and they want y'all FBAs to know that they're not tolerating the xenophobia anymore.
You page who are celebrating the fact that...
Freeze, y'all tell me what's his defining characteristic. I'll wait.
Americans on my For You page who are celebrating the fact that Tyla's EP didn't do very well. And it's all because Tyla refused to denounce her racial identity and heritage. It's so bizarre. I also suspect it's because she doesn't play the role of the humble girl from Africa who was watching from the cheap seats and has now made it to civilization. She's escaped the jungle. At the end of the day, yes, they're Black Americans. They're still American, so the superiority complex will always be there. As a side note, Tyla, if you're watching this, please keep your foot on their necks, okay? Don't let them breathe.
Can your neck breathe, partner? I know you ain't talking. Don't let them breathe. How could you please let them breathe? Talk to me. Man, if you don't get the hell up out of here, hold on, one more back.
So many Black Americans on my For You page who are celebrating the fact that Tyla's EP didn't do very well. And it's all because Tyla refused to denounce her racial identity and heritage. It's so bizarre. I also suspect it's because she doesn't play the role of the humble girl from Africa who was watching from the cheap seats and has now made it to civilization. She's escaped the jungle. At the end of the day, yes, they're Black Americans. They're still American, so the superiority complex will always be there. As a side note, Tyla, if you're watching this, please keep your foot on their necks, okay?
Ain't nobody gonna give you no date, bro. This man, hey, you know he out there vying for a date, ain't he? Tyla, if you listening, it was me who wrote you. It's me who wrote you 572 times, and I kissed it with lipstick on that I got from the Congo. It was me. I was the one in the front row. He acting like Stanley on the Players Club. You feel me? He like, I follow you home every night, Tyla. What do you mean? He trying to use foundational Black Americans so he can get a date with Tyla. If you don't try to step it up, you better get the hell up out of here, family. Hell no. This is what we talking about. And what you mean, like, keep the pressure on her? Dude, her album flopped. Her album flopped. Like, there's no pressure. The only pressure's on her. Okay, she got pressure to try to have a career. Because apparently that little whatever she calls of an album, that ain't gonna work and it ain't doing any good. So nah, you gonna have to try something else because foundational Black Americans, we not really worried about that. You need to worry about that noggin that you got that's knocking everything down and out the way. Yeah, bowling ball. You feel me? But I want y'all to see, this is what I'm talking about. Our effects go strong. And the reason why I want to connect the entertainment aspect to the political aspect, because it goes hand in hand. Because politicians use entertainment as a means to steal and erase foundationals in the process. So we have been very, very strong and very, very potent with the way that we've been approaching everything. We've approached it very systematically, with structure, with solidarity amongst ourselves. And that's truly changing everything. So I want y'all to see, way over there in Africa, they're mad that we didn't support Tyla here in America. And her album is in somebody's trash can, all right? They also don't like the fact that BET and MTV is saying we're leaving over there. So we just showed everybody the difference between how foundational Black Americans put in work and how these individuals out there don't put in work. To the point where when I say they'll turn on each other, they'll turn on each other. Fam, these people now are going full zone turning on each other. Do you know that you got Africans who are in the UK and they're saying that the UK needs to take over Nigeria again? Yes, they are. Think about this, y'all. As foundational Black Americans, and they're always talking about we got American exceptionalism, right? That's what they always say. And what they're really saying is that I'm jealous that I'm not from America. Anything that's said about FBA is said out of jealousy, no matter who says it. It can be from the dominant society. It could be from Mr. Mayo and Mrs. Mayo. They're only talking out of jealousy. It could be from Mr. Mutombo. He's only talking out of jealousy. And it could be from Mr. Pedro. They're talking out of jealousy. They wish they were us, so they got to kind of cater their attacks and come up with straw man arguments. But y'all, this is what I mean. So while they're running around here talking about FBA in America and how mean we are, y'all look at this right here. They're out there openly now saying that they want Africa to get colonized again. By the way, Africa's never not been colonized. But I want y'all to see why all these people got things to say about FBA, right? Look how quick they're willing to wish the colonizer in. Matter of fact, before I go all the way there, didn't I tell y'all that the colonizer has never invaded? He was invited. Y'all watch this person right here. She openly invites the damn colonizer right back in. The British need to recolonize Nigeria and fast.
I think like instead of this whole like creating new political parties, instead of doing all of that, like just take a good look at the economy, especially compared to how it was whenever we were colonized, and just hand it over to the white man. And I don't even think that like there needs to be any like struggle. I think that we as the next generation should just look around and be like, this is not working. It's not. And second of all, the fact that like we even still call the country Nigeria, literally the word Nigeria was made up by some white man, and we still call ourselves Nigerian. The fact that English is still widely spoken, and not even that, the fact that English is our national language, the official language of Nigeria, is insane. You guys fought for independence for what? For what? Like, and you're still, I don't know, it's honestly kind of embarrassing at this point. Give the country back to the white man, please. We need
Are
to
y'all
bring-
hearing this? Family, are y'all hearing this right here? Did she just not say give it back to the white man? First off, he never gave it back to you, okay? This is what they do, fam. These people ain't rocking. These folks ain't got no national pride. They ain't got no lineage pride, no self-pride. If it's pride, they ain't got it. She just openly said that she wants to take Nigeria back and give it to the dominant society. Same thing that she wants to give everything back to the dominant society. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You can see right there exactly why foundational Black Americans, we delineate from this. We delineate from all that. I don't want nothing to do with that. This is why we watch these people when they come around. Look how quick she is to turn on Africans. And you notice you don't see none of them Africans who are running around here trying to hate on foundational Black Americans. Ain't none of them over there trying to call her out. You need to be calling this out because we're not running around here saying, well, we just need to give it on back now. Give it back, please. Please give it back to the dominant society. You see that colonized mentality that they always trying to put on FBA, but we see all in their face. Yep, you damn right it is. That's the difference between us and them. Absolutely. That's coward energy. Absolutely. Let me play that one more back.
White man. I think like instead of this whole like creating new political parties, instead of doing all of that, like just take a good look at the economy, especially compared to how it was whenever we were colonized, and just hand it over to the white man. And I don't even think that like there needs to be any like struggle. I think that we as the next generation should just look around and be like, this is not working. It's not.
There you go. There you go. Notice she said the next generation. So look at their next generation and look at our generation. Our generation right now and the one coming after us and after them, they're not talking about that time. Let me tell you what they're talking about. They're talking about delineation. They're talking about separation, and they're talking about reparations. Their generations are talking about let's get colonized again. Do you know if that were to happen, that would be what? Another scramble for Africa, right? Would that not be another scramble for Africa? So is it safe to say that the African youth right now, a lot of them are calling for another scramble for Africa? Is that what you want? You want another scramble for Africa? No. But it shows you, fam, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Ain't nothing changed but the numbers on the range. She's out there openly saying that she wants another scramble for Africa. So you see why the future's not bright. Let me tell you something. What nobody's really going to talk about. I'm going to make it clear. That's not foreign to Africa. That's not foreign to Africa at all. That's exactly why Africa's in the position they're in now. People 30, 40, 50 years ago were saying exactly what that young lady said. Oh, yeah, fam, you don't get to where you are now unless the past was saying what she just said today. It's the same thing. We'll hear that and we'll be like, oh, okay, it's something new. Don't nobody think that that's because she's young. Don't nobody think that's just because it's new. No. She's saying what she heard her parents say. Her parents are saying what they heard their parents say. This is a passed down, colonized, defeated mentality. This ain't nothing to do with her being young, because there was somebody who was young back in 1950 in Africa, and he was saying the same exact thing because it was passed down to him. Now, what do we pass down to our young folks? We pass down holding it down, being true, being prideful, representing, not fleeing. So you see the difference between what we pass down and why we are where we are, and what they pass down and why they are where they are. You can tell a lot about our current position based on our past and our ancestors and our elders placing us there. You don't just wake up tomorrow and you say, oh yeah, reparations. Somebody in the past was speaking about that, and then they gifted that mentality to you in that spirit. This is why we talk about people like Dr. Claude Anderson, Martin Luther King. They passed down a lot of that focus, delineation. These things are always here brewing. It took our riders to pass it down to us. And this is why now we're running with the mantle, and it only gets stronger every generation. So while we were passing down a reparations approach, they were passing down a colonization approach. Damn right they were. A fleeing approach. Damn right they were. Let me tell you something about fleeing, y'all. This notion that fleeing is like looked down upon. No, it's not. Fleeing Africa is viewed like sending your kid to college in America. All right. The way we'll send a kid to college, maybe the first person that went to college, we'll be like, oh man, you done went back. Man, you did good. You working real fine. That right there is what we as foundational Black Americans, we adore about ourselves. You went out there in the world, you went to college. They view the same thing with fleeing. They be like, oh, you went out to America and you fled. Woo! All the little kids in the village be like, oh, the flea is home. Herc flee, Herc flee, Herc flee. That's what I need to stop. Alpha, you losing it. Damn right I am. This is what I'm talking about. They praise fleeing. All right. When Herca flee comes back home, they throw his ass a parade. Africans are going to throw two parades. They're going to throw the parade for the colonizer who shows up, and they're going to throw the parade for the fleer who came back home, if he comes back home, because he might not come back home. It all depends. It all depends. And when I tell you it all depends, fam, let me tell you what else depends. This is a very important thing. Hold on. Where we at? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I got two memes on here. There they go. Tell me y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all can hear me. Now, I'm hearing like a double echo. Hold on, y'all. YouTube done cut me all the way out. Y'all can hear me fine. Okay, I'm hearing like two me's right now. All right. YouTube will cut me all the way out. Uh-huh. We're gonna get this right. Hold up. We ain't cooking. Why is it? Okay, sounds good. Okay, it's in and out. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. There it go. How do I? 100. You can hear the clap and I'm back. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'm here now. Let me know if it's echo. Because I don't know. It's kind of like off a little bit. You can hear me? In and out? Okay. I don't know what's going on. YouTube done twisted me and spun me around. They out here trying to trip with your boy. 100. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm hearing good, boy. I'm getting a lot of different things. Wow, it's good. It's both. Okay, so it's messing with everybody differently. I'll be damned. You hear me. You see me. Man, they done did some crazy thing. They like zapped and some crazy thing went across the screen. It's crazy. I've never seen this happen. Okay. All right. Well, we gonna rock. If you can hear me, then we gonna rock. We gonna rock. There ain't no reason to stop there. Listen, we'll proceed. Okay. Okay. Somebody said we breaking up. You said we clear. All right. Well, tell me, y'all can hear this. Hold on. Here we go. Close this. Let me see if I can pull this up. Uh-huh. No, it's YouTube. It's not the Wi-Fi. It's YouTube. I know what they be doing. They be dropping stuff and they be making it like the fact that I'm getting like a bunch of different people. I had like 3 alphas. So anything better than 1 alpha is 3 alphas. Here we go. Okay. Let me see if I can change this. They're trying to give me a new layout. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to go if y'all can hear me. If y'all can't hear me, then I'll pull out. Let's see if y'all can definitely hear where I'm going with this. Because some people saying I'm good, so it's everybody. Yeah. Look at the chat. Look how I'm seeing like 3 or 4 different answers. So that shows you what I'm talking about. They're trying to rock with your boy, but they can't stop. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this going. And if this is good, then we're going to be in. And here we go. All right. Checkmate. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy. Here we go.
Where Black Americans are distancing themselves from Africa, right? They are basically saying that they are not Africans, that they are indigenous to America. And the thing that they point to is the fact that Black Americans are popular in the world when it comes to entertainment, right? And they make it seem as though their global reach is because there are some like special people that have this like secret sauce that no other African in the world has. This phenomena is literally the house slave that gets to live in the house